And here we are. How you been? Did you like the rest of the year off that you had? You know, since it's the last bit New Year's and all that kind of stuff. You overall love the food comas from, you know, the Christmas dinners, and probably for some of y'all probably even the hangovers from New Year's Eve to New Year's Day. I mean, seriously, I mean, this is just my opinion. It's probably best to just, you know, stay in a state to where you're able to handle yourself accordingly, so that way you can deal with whatever challenges that may erupt in that particular circumstance. So I don't really drink that much, if not at all, but nevertheless, I hope it was safe. That was the biggest thing, is I hope it was safe. We are in a new month, besides being the new year, to which, of course, now we are in a different theme in relations to personal development. What theme is that, you might ask? That is related to Just Jurisdiction January. So with that, what the heck is the jurisdiction? What is this? Are we in law enforcement or something? We're in some type of agency related to making sure that justice is preserved. Well, not necessarily. And this one's a little bit less than that, if you will, but it's got its own significance of importance and whatnot. With that being, what is your attitude toward situations that have nothing to do with you? Do you tend to poke your finger in it when you really need to? And is it necessary for you to necessarily poke your finger into it? So which, of course, is what is your attitude like toward others' jurisdictions, of course, right? Like such matters of whether or not it's necessary for us to actually get involved. That's something to think about here, because especially when it comes to issues, this is one in particular, okay? Let's really think about this. Let's really think about a scenario here. Let's think of a scenario, let's say, related to someone has a problem with someone else, and they're coming to you about it. How do you really deal with that? Do you really just get really into, like, let's just call it for what it is. Do you really get into the gossip of it? Like, yeah, this person sucks, and I have this problem, and then they just go have a full list of everything. Do we just listen to it and just simply just say, you know what? I'm gonna jump in there with you, and now here's what it comes down to. Is the response really productive, or is it counterproductive? That's the one thing to think about. And then not only that, or should we respond in a way like this? You know, it seems like the two of you have a serious issue, and it sounds like the two of you need to have a sit down and truly reconcile with this under the compass of truth, reality, integrity, and reasonability, right? Do you usually say that? Or let's even throw in another scenario. How about that individual literally wants you to be involved in it, and you say, no. What needs to happen is, if yes, you're going to settle this problem accordingly. And if you're not able to, maybe if the situation is necessary, I will assist in the concept of proper mediation. Now that mediation is unbiased, and it's like, hey, it is going to be led in the concepts of, or in the leadership of truth, reality, integrity, and reasonability. If you do not accept those terms, I don't want any part of it. Right? Right. And then, of course, there's the notion of, especially, we tell people to mind their own business, right? Always telling people to mind their own business. Hey, you mind your own business. Hey, you mind your own business. Hey, you mind your own business, right? But then there's another part of us that kind of goes like this. I don't like your opinion, so I'm going to try to force you to change your opinion. I'm going to be mean. I'm going to be a jerk. I'm going to call you names. I'm going to be insulting. I'm going to do all that. Is that really the way we should do it? Or would you like, you know what? I respect your opinion. I don't agree with it, but I respect it. But so I think what we should do is agree to disagree, and we'll call it a day. Right? Right. Now, look, I'm not trying to get all into the political factors, but sometimes that just comes up. The idea is sometimes we need to take into consideration, is something that's going on really our business or is it not? Here's one more. All the stories of what's going on with celebrities. Is that really any of our business? Or could it now be that it's actually a deterrent from us, is basically a deterrent so we don't take care of the business that we need to within our own backyard? Something to possibly think about. I'm just saying. Okay? So find out where we are within our jurisdiction. Are we in our jurisdiction? Are we taking care of things in our jurisdiction? Or are we at a point to where we're occupying ourselves in other people's jurisdiction that is basically pulling us away, deterring us from taking care of stuff in our jurisdiction? Okay? And then, of course, the other thing is, hey, determining your fingers in matters it doesn't belong, like we just mentioned. Does our finger really belong in the business of celebrities and whatnot? Probably not. Does our finger belong in the business of a issue between one person and another? Probably not. Especially when they're talking about something like, hey, man, I got the problem with this person. I was like, okay, what did you do to resolve it? If you ain't doing what's proper to resolve it, start doing what's necessary proper to resolve it. Okay? If you're not able to do that, if one of you is not able to do that, then y'all just need to move on. Simple as that. Just move on. Move on. Move on. So long. Farewell. You know, whatever you got to do. You know, especially the famous song off of Frozen. What was it? Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Anyways. And then the final one. Determine if you are respecting others' jurisdiction just as you would want your jurisdiction to be respected. Now, this may seem a little bit harsh, but hey, it's necessary. It is good growth pains so we can mature further in what's necessary, so we can be wise. Now, and no wise, I'm not talking about you, okay? I'm not talking about you. Anyways, but that's the whole factor, okay? Let's just make sure that we are operating within our jurisdictions and we're not crossing any lines. Because when it comes down to it, we got enough problems in our own backyard. We don't need to add more to that by going into other people's stuff that we have no business in, okay? Now, are there some things that cross over? Most likely, yes. Like, especially when it has to do with public affairs or something like that. That oftentimes can be. And one thing, this is the final thing, I promise. Be very careful that you don't try to make your business someone else's business. And part of that is trying to force others to believe like you or to think like you. You can share, hey, this is my thought processes and here why. And then they make the decision if they want to roll with that. If they don't want to roll with that, just let it be. All right? There's no need for us to be at war with each other in that regard. We're not going to agree on everything. But the key factor is maintaining peace and maintaining mutual respect. Now, that mutual respect is not just between human and human. It's also between man and life protocols. Okay? All right? That's talking about truth, reality, integrity, and accountability. Okay? All of those components and protocols thereof are related to life. We also need to make sure that we maintain a mutual respect between man and those. And 9 times out of 10, if not 100% of the time, when there is a discrepancy between one and the other, usually it's the human being that has a problem with one of those protocols. All right, so let's make peace with that. You know, we might not like it. We may hate, some of us may even hate it. But the bottom line is we're going to need to make peace with it. So I'm going to tell you right now, those life protocols, they have way more experience and way more dominion and way more authority than every single human being that ever existed combined. All right, that's a war we're not going to win. That is not a war we are going to win. So again, make sure we are in our own jurisdiction and we're respecting other jurisdictions, which I would say you might definitely want to respect the jurisdictions of truth, reality, integrity, accountability. Otherwise, you're most likely going to have a very, very bad day. Just saying. I learned it. I'm applying it. I'm living a better life because I'm applying it. All right. Anyways, moving on. We got some new agents. Who are those agents? You might be asking. I'm glad you asked. Let's find out who those new agents are. Starting with the first one is our dear little bunny friend Chow. And Chow, as I said before, is definitely a rabbit Thyran, to which is a member of the Krampus Compliance Authority, which I have no clue who that is, but I'm pretty sure we're probably going to find that out one time or another. And Chow is known for her sharp mind and meticulous nature. Chow, I think you and me will get along just fine, because I'm also very meticulous as well. I'm not as sharply meticulous as I want to be, but I am meticulous. Anyway, this is about Chow. Her weapon is the Frost Veil, which apparently is some type of sword that is an experimental asset from allegedly the TOPS organization. That's a little bit of a concern. And it channels ether into its structure. What particular, you might add? Well, it turns out that she is part of the elemental attribute of ice, and her W engine being the half sugar bunny. I wonder if it uses sugar, because if you've ever seen her run and sprint and whatnot, now she's, moving a little bit faster. She's like doing a little skippy, skip, hippity hop, right? But then, she's on a full scale, roadrunner type of wheels. But anyways, moving on. In the likeliness of the current structure for specific agents, we also have Ye Xiong Wang, along with Zhao, if you missed the freebie, because that's how I got Zhao, was in that freebie and whatnot. So if you happen to have Zhao, I would say definitely pull for Ye Xiong Wang for obvious reasons, because, at this point it's actually pretty cool, because from what I've been hearing accordingly, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely. And, okay, wait a minute. We've got contact here. Hang on, everyone. Hang on.
The Qingming blade will only ever be raised towards your enemies.
That's right, folks. We also got Ye Xiong Wang. And let me tell you, absolutely fantastic. So, Ye Xiong Wang is a horse Thyran. Yeah, Uma Musume, you just made your debut, and ZZZ. Congratulations. So, Ye Xiong Wang is a member of the Yunqui Summit. Same one as Yishuan is part of. So, she is known for her kindness and is very community-driven. Her weapon is, as she mentioned before, the Qingming Blade, which is said to get its power from important human details that we dearly value. I'm not so sure how I feel about that. And the attribute that she has is physical. And I would say definitely what she does. W engine, the Cloud Cleave, Radiance, which, considering the element within it of the crystal ball, I'm a little bit concerned. But nevertheless, I managed to level her up quite a bit to be able to spring into action with our current set of other agents in that regard. And let me tell you, in action's absolutely fantastic, with the fact of slicing and dicing and whatnot, moving all around as the sword swings. Not to mention the assistance of everything that's rushing through. And then, of course, leading to one of her ultimate attacks, which, of course, she changes form and whatnot, and just unleashes a fury of swords, wiping out pretty much everything in the path and whatnot. So, definitely nice to have Ye Xiong Wang in our arsenal, in our, maybe roster is a better way of saying that. So, thank you very much. That sword, acting as a surfboard almost, that's pretty interesting as well. But also interesting, the yin-yang, the yin-yang type of, factor thereof in that little ball that's swirling around, almost like it's the world rotating every 24 hours at one time. Or full rotation, that is. Never will that. Okay, so moving on to our final little bit as we get going into the game. We're going to get you a little bit of a, get you up to speed here, because it's been a while since we've actually been on here. So we're going to get you a recap reel, as we always do here. So with that, what did we do last time? Well, we were in for it with teaming up with Vivian, who's part of Mockingbird, as to investigate the remaining factors related to former Commander Bringer of the new Eridu public security after he had a fallout related to basically turning to the bad side. So we went into the Ballet Twins Hollow as a means to collect this particular item of the notebook and whatnot. Joining us not only was Vivian, but also Lycaon, as well as Hugo, which unfortunately they don't have a good history. But nevertheless, with a good fortune factor, Vivian found out that the person that she's been talking with all this time is her dear proxy Faithin, whom she is a straight up fangirl. And Anby with Hugo and Lycaon is not a big fan of their feud and says y'all need to work together to try to work all that out. And apparently Vivian says, yeah, you should definitely do that. To which then Hugo calls her out saying, ha, you just want to be alone with your Faithin. Why are they doing this? Because there is a security system within the Ballet Twins that requires 3 separate panels. So to save time, they split up and they operate these panels in order to get the security systems disabled. And then going to the rendezvous point in particular, they meet a individual who they met before back in part 28 of our playthrough, the man named Hartman and whatnot, to which I'm starting to wonder if he even has a heart. Probably not, with that smugness of, especially with that selfishness of him. To which he somehow hired Hugo, but then come to find out it was definitely a bad day, because then Vivian felt absolutely betrayed by Hugo, and pretty much the rest of the crew did too. I mean, come on, it ended up in an actual fight, to which Hugo did something that triggered a serious reaction from Lycaon. I mean, he wasn't having it. You touch the proxy, you might as well sign your own, going away certificate. Holding him over the ledge of a building and then taking a life-ending strike from what we saw. Threw him over the ledge and goodbye, Hugo. Although there's part of me that suspects that something may be off with that, but Vivian was convinced enough, to which afterwards, regrouping back at the video store, Vivian requested to stay with our proxies because she was concerned about their well-being, but also the proxies were concerned about Vivian's well-being. So that was Bury Your Tears with the Past, and that was part A. So apparently now we're going into part B, but in the last bits of the playthrough that we did last time, we went and watched movies with a few folks, including Miyabi, to which it was pretty cool. We were able to build some trust in that regard, and of course get closer to our agents. So that's our run through, that's where we are. And now we need to talk to Belle. But apparently we need to talk to someone else too, but that's just one event that I'm probably not really gonna get into. But nevertheless, we will talk to Belle, because talking to Belle is fun. Or maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I'm not entirely sure. But if Wise says it's cool to talk with Belle, then it's cool to talk with Belle. But also, before we do that, we also what y'all doing in my room? Who is this bozo? I don't care. Anyways, so we are going to head on down, and we're gonna manage the store, number one, because we gotta manage the store. We gotta keep those dinnies coming. Because living is expensive, especially fancy living. It is expensive. So we are going to go to Bamboo 18. And apparently made us quite a bit of money. Thank you, Bamboo 18. And let's see. For our promoter. Who are we going to get our promoter for this time? What are we going to get a promoter this time? Okay. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just randomly do the cursor all over the place and then pick one. And it's Miyabi. There it is. See, that's a fair one. Just pick one at random. 5 seconds. Just moving the D-pad all over the place, and then you just pick one. There we go. All right, so we got one tape for the interview, we got one for the action, and then we got another one for comedy, and now we're good. We got a good selection of stuff for the top bits of the digital signage that we probably don't really have, but it is what it is. But the Denny's pour in and prosperity will follow. Apparently so. And here we are. Okay, let's talk to Belle to find out what is going on here. Hey, okay, let's see. Yep, get our exercises in right quick. Make sure these folks get their exercise. Yep, get the exercises here. Get their exercises. Hey, you cheated. Hey, stop cheating. Get your exercises. Stop cheating. Stop cheating. I'll let you go this time. Anyways. Vivian sent a message. It seems they have done and made more progress on the sacrifice issue. Oh boy, how many sacrifices is this gonna be? Let me tell you for real. Anyways, what Vivian is doing. After Hugo passed, she's been busy managing Mockingbird. We have not talked to her in quite a while. Wise, do you want to arrange a time to see Vivian? Oh, I'm sure she will definitely make that time indeed. Let's go meet up with her versus some other time, so let's go up and meet up with her. Yes, let us meet up with her. We're about to go into an immersive, so therefore, let's go. Alrighty then, I will arrange a time with Vivian. You just rest await into my news. And apparently now we're gonna go rest on the sofa. And the music changes to leisure. I like this track. Let's rest on the sofa. Yes, we will rest on the sofa. Rest on the sofa. And we're gonna get a drink of water while we're at it. You originally planned to watch some videotapes and rest for on the sofa, but you end up falling asleep instead until you hear something nearby. Oh dear. Oh my. What is this? Wait, where are we? Oh, okay.
Lord Phaethon, this time let me.
Vivian? Vivian?
I didn't disturb your sleep, did I?
Yes.
When I got here, the other Lord Phaethon said you were resting on the couch and just let me in.
Folks, I concede that even I sometimes have to cringe. It can't just be one way. I will cringe sometimes as well.
I meant to keep you company while you slept, but then I dozed off myself.
Apparently the couch has the power to do that.
I was going to sit here looking super cute, hands cupping my face. You know, like the #1 sleepy face I want to wake up to pose. I can't believe I ended up falling asleep myself.
Happens to the best of us. The what pose? There is #1 sleepy face.
Vivian, are you sure you're awake? That sounded like sleep talk. I'm sure sleeping in that position couldn't have been comfortable either.
Absolutely not.
No, Lord Phaethon. I was just worried that I had disturbed your rest.
Don't worry about it.
Just being able to see you sleeping peacefully is already the highlight of my day. No, my entire month.
Are you sure it's not the entire year?
Though it is a bit late, but good morning, Lord Phaethon.
You're here super early today, Vivian. Is there something urgent?
Maybe.
Mockingbird's death has stirred up quite the storm. I took some time to gather intel.
What you got?
It seems someone deliberately leaked the story that Hugo is an illegitimate child of the Ravenlock family. But I haven't found the source yet.
Might as well be him.
Could it be Hugo's uncle, Hartman?
Gotta be.
Maybe he's trying to turn people against Hugo and Mockingbird by playing the illegitimate child card.
Even though his own actions are illegitimate.
I suspected that too. He could be using Hugo's background to make people believe Mockingbird is just another Top's pawn.
Way to keep the heat off of him.
To the upper class, Mockingbird may be insignificant, but it has a loyal following among regular folks.
Do they now?
But after some digging, I was surprised to find that the public isn't turning on Hugo. They're actually starting to see him in a better light.
Well, would you look at that? Eventually, when you make a bunch of enemies because your selfishness basically crams your old style basically to the point to where it looks like you have no conscience remaining, that's pretty much what's gonna happen.
Some people feel bad for him. Some relate to his struggles. And Hartman's the one getting all the heat.
As he should. He wasn't in the oven long enough anyway.
Public outcry against Hartman is growing, with many believing he murdered Hugo for his own selfish gain. Tops is hosting an industry summit this week, a responsibility usually handled by the Ravenlocks. But my sources tell me another family has taken over this year at the last minute.
Ooh.
If I'm not mistaken, Tops is intentionally keeping its distance from the Ravenlock family due to the current public sentiment.
Ooh.
Is someone trying to take advantage of this to get rid of both Hartman and the Ravenlocks?
I would not be surprised. You do enough dirt, you're eventually going to make yourself so dirty that you're probably beyond cleaning worthy.
I think Hartman knows this too. which is why he's completely vanished. No matter how hard I search, I can't find a single trace of him. Hartman must have taken the sacrifice core. Now that he holds this bargaining chip, he is definitely going to negotiate his way out of this with the Exaltists.
There's a part of me that has a little bit of a theory on that sacrifice core, because you saw how got knocked out of Hugo's hand, but I'm wondering, is that one a fake? I'm just curious. Is that one a fake?
Sorry for interrupting. Can I borrow Wise for a minute?
Oh, no problem at all. I'm sure you have important faith in matters to discuss. Take your time. I'll just be waiting outside.
Wait! Don't go outside.
Oh, don't mind me, Lord Phaethon. I wanted to browse the videotapes anyway. I'll be right here. Just let me know when you're done.
Well, at least she does have a sense of, properness, so that's cool.
Thank goodness Vivian didn't walk out the main door. Lycaon's been pacing around outside for like half an hour and scared off at least 5 customers.
Oh dear.
He's stressing over what he did to Hugo in front of Vivian, but he really needs to talk to us. Maybe you should go speak with him first?
Okay.
Sure, I'll go talk to him. At the end of the day, we're all after the same enemy. As proxies, we should become the bridge between them.
Okay, dope. Instructions received. Executing. Lycaon, what's up, buddy? I do want to pull for Lycaon also. Lycaon's awesome.
Good morning, Master Proxy.
Good morning to you as well.
Good morning. Belle just let me know you wanted to talk to us and Vivian about something?
Yes, it's an urgent request from the mayor, one that directly affects New Eridu's safety.
Oh, really?
However, before we get into the details, as a former member of Mockingbird, I'm concerned about Miss Vivian. Hugo made many mistakes and betrayed the principles of Mockingbird, but I'm certain he didn't intend to put Miss Vivian or you in danger.
I don't know, Doc.
I don't know Miss Vivian very well, and I was the one who took her companion's life. I might not be the right person to comfort her, but I hope she doesn't regret the choices she made or lose faith in the path she chose.
Vivian doesn't seem down at all. In fact, she's been actively gathering intel. I think she's handling this with even greater calm than I am. If you're feeling bad about what happened with Hugo, it might be a good idea to talk to Vivian directly. From what I've seen, she's not as fragile as you might think.
That's reassuring to hear. I trust your judgment. You've always had a sharp eye for people. Would you mind coming in with me? I'd like to apologize to Miss Vivian in person.
Sure, but just to be clear, I'm staying neutral and not picking sides. You both have your own stance on this. As a proxy, I'll do my best to help facilitate honest communication.
I respect that. Thank you.
You return to the video store with Lycaon. Vivian does not seem to have much of a reaction to Lycaon's arrival.
Miss Vivian, I'm very sorry about Hugo.
You don't have to explain anything. I'm also part of Mockingbird. Mockingbird stands on more than just gain, so it won't fall when fortunes shift. Hugo had his fixations and ambitions. I also have things I must see through. I'm determined to get to the bottom of the Exaltists and the sacrifices.
Miss Vivian, as a former member of Mockingbird, you have my deepest respect. You have my word, whatever comes next. I would never harm you or Master Proxy. As for Hugo, please accept my condolences.
Condolences? That's not necessary. Mockingbird has plenty of tricks up its sleeves. This isn't the kind of act that ends so easily. Wouldn't you agree?
I'm starting to suspect he's still alive.
You're right.
I'm glad you guys are on the same page, but why do I feel like I'm being left in the dark?
Master Proxy, I believe we all share the same goal: uncover the truth of the Exaltists and the sacrifices. The mayor has tasked me with inviting you to take on this mission, and hopes we can work together moving forward.
If the mayor wants to work with us, I trust he will demonstrate his sincerity and kind. Mockingbird will not serve as a pawn for the powerful. That will never change.
Of course. While the mayor cannot handle this personally, he will make sure we have all the intel and support we need. Miss Vivian, I know you have your own intelligence network, but for some high-profile shady dealings, perhaps the mayor can provide you a different perspective. Please, take your time to discuss. If you're open to collaborating, I'll set up a call with the mayor so he can speak with you both directly.
Belle, Vivian, and I need to think this through carefully with everything at stake. It's not a decision we can make lightly.
Of course, I completely understand. When you've made up your minds, you can find me at the Ballet Twins.
Why should we talk to the mayor? The sacrifices are still a threat. Our teacher. Number 1. True, at the moment, our only intel on the sacrifices is what Bringer left behind. We do not know much else. Though, we can get someone to help investigate. It'll take a significant amount of time, and time is something we can't afford to waste. So, working with the mayor is a good option. What do you think, Vivian? As a member of Mockingbird, would it be against your values to work with the mayor? Mockingbird is not just about going against authority. Mockingbird hopes that all people can be given equal opportunities and treatment. I do not exactly trust the mayor, but I believe he's someone we can work with. At the moment, at least. Then let's go see Lycaon versus let's talk with the mayor first. I'd say the first one, let's go see Lycaon. There we are. And here we are. Here we are, everyone. All right. Where's Lycaon? Is he? Where? Let's go to the Ballet Twins. Let us go to the Ballet Twins. And there he is. And look, even Vivian's over here. It seems you and Miss Vivian have made your decision. Yes, let us talk to the mayor. Working together requires sincerity on both sides. Let's just talk to the mayor. Of course. Please rest assured, when it comes to sacrifices, the mayor's interests align with yours. Or rather, we both want to protect the people of New Eridu.
I'll connect the call to the mayor now.
Okay, no.
My dear friends, I'm glad you're willing to keep working with me. I'm truly sorry about what happened to Mr. Hugo Vlad. I didn't anticipate things would turn out this way. As mayor, I can't fully condone Mockingbird's actions, but personally, I had a lot of respect for Mr. Hugo Vlad. I looked further into Bringer's map. The sacrifices were created by an exaltist named Landon, who was active in Janus Quarter. Mr. Landon passed away in an accident a few years ago. Before he died, he was researching sacrifices and was said to have created a batch of serum that could turn living people into sacrifices.
This bioengineering stuff that us folk is doing, we gonna get ourselves in trouble.
The problem was, the serum wasn't stable, and after his death, the recipe was lost.
So we got Resident Evil with bioengineering that just messed up a whole bunch of stuff. We got Jurassic Park that almost got us completely obliterated by the dinosaurs themselves. And now we got sacrifices and serums and all this stuff that's basically corrupting us even more than we already are.
No one knows what happened to the exaltist in Janus Quarter back then. But it's clear that after the leader died, there haven't been major exaltist activities in the area. Bringer's map marks the locations where the exaltists' most successful attempts at creating sacrifices were.
The leader of the exaltists in Janus Quarter died a few years back, and they haven't been active since. Could it be that Hartman was just acting on his own?
Unfortunately, that's not the case. My sources confirmed that Hartman had been secretly in contact with someone, and they only meet inside the Hollow.
Is it possible it's someone from TOPS?
TOPS is a huge alliance of corporations. They wouldn't bother getting their hands dirty. Instead, they just sit back and reap the rewards. Everything Hartman is doing is to secure his place in TOPS and strengthen his power within the Ravenlock family. If my guess is correct, Hartman has gotten in touch with the remaining members of the Exaltists that used to follow Landon, helping them create new sacrifices.
Oh boy.
But what's in it for TOPS? There's no way the Exaltists would just hand over their secrets about sacrifices to Hartman, right?
A sacrifice outbreak would throw the city into chaos. And that's when TOPS steps in, taking control of the situation on their terms.
A false flag operation.
The public will see the mayor as incompetent, while TOPS comes off as the real protectors of the city. And when that happens, public trust will shift towards TOPS. And Mr. Mayor, you might find yourself in an unfavorable situation.
Now this is starting to sound like RoboCop back from the 1980s to 90s. OCP was basically really the one running the city. Ay, 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 ay.
Still sharp as ever, Miss Vivian.
So, what exactly do we stand to gain from partnering with you? Please don't tell me you're doing this out of some noble concern for your citizens. I'm not some hero of justice, and I don't believe in lofty ideals or empty promises.
We have a common enemy. While our ideologies may differ, we can work together on this. And as proof of good faith, I may not know exactly where Hartman is, but I can fan the flames over Mockingbird's death and escalate conflicts within the Ravenlock family.
So it was you behind the rumors. No wonder I couldn't trace the source of the public outcry.
I'm not the one who started the rumors. I just helped them spread faster after they leaked. And I pulled a few strings to make sure the story painted Mr. Hugo Vlad as a heroic figure who was unfairly persecuted. As I said before, I had a lot of respect for him, and I'd be happy to clear his name. Now let me lay out my terms for collaboration. After looking into it, I found that the dormant sacrifice you discovered wasn't the only one. There are more places where sacrifices might be lying dormant. Too many eyes are on me right now, so I can't send my own men to deal with it. I'd like to ask you to retrieve the sacrifices from those locations. I'll make sure to dispose of them once you do, so no one will be able to use them again. On top of that, I've asked a friend to help monitor your physical condition, and maybe even uncover more of your potential. Her research overlaps with your teacher's work.
Interesting.
You don't need to worry about her capabilities. She's a Void Hunter rank special investigator.
Interesting. I forgot to mention too that Ye Shengwang is actually a Void Hunter.
Really? A Void Hunter rank special investigator is going to be assisting us? And she's involved in our teacher's research?
That's right. She's heading to Janus Quarter for some business. I wanted to set up a formal meeting, but she declined. She prefers to assess things on her own and will reach out when the time is right. She'll let you know the details then. So it looks like you both are on board with this commission and ready to help recover the sacrifices?
Okay.
This affects a lot of ordinary people in New Eridu. We'll do our best.
I know you won't let me down. Given our positions, we might not be friends, but we're definitely not enemies.
At the most, probably acquaintances.
I'll leave the rest to you then. I've got to go. Goodbye.
Let's see. With your help, we are sure to successfully recover the sacrifice. I have other business to deal with, so please excuse me. If you require anything, please feel free to contact me anytime. Lycaon leaves thereafter. And then it's just, Vivian, I am Vivian, so now you can probably consider to be a date. Anyways, shall we head out now? Yeah, let's replace the word head with go. So we go out. Let's head into the hollow. Sure. Let's see. Trial use, huh? Level 54.
Promise to tell me if anything's wrong, okay?
I'll think about it. Let me see. Dude, I want to break with me. Sure. Show her. Oh, you cannot switch agents in trial. Ow, it's locked. We can only have 2 people. Well, golly Ned, guys. That's like so restricted. But anyways. Alright, let's go. Anyways. Character intro, Vivian. After activating EX special attack, Vivian will automatically enter the fluttering frock state. During this state, tap the regular attack button to unleash basic attack, fluttering frock suspension. Afterwards, when any squad member's EX special attack hits a target, Vivian will perform basic attack, feather bloom, against the target.
Lord Vathan, thank you for trusting Mockingbird and me.
We'll see what you got. We got enemies! Slice and dice, everybody.
As the sword will.
Get wrecked. Just get all the way wrecked. Anything over here? Nope. Alright, let's go.
Has someone already taken the dormant sacrifice from here?
Oh, great.
Or did the Exaltus decide to relocate it?
One or the other.
No. If these dormant sacrifices aren't handled carefully, they could awaken and turn against anyone nearby. She wouldn't risk moving them unless it was absolutely necessary. Did she realize the mayor was looking into this?
Just as Vivian is talking to herself, you hear another voice of someone debating. You don't know who it is. You pull her aside to listen.
Did Hartman just make up this intel to get a shot working with us at Tops?
Oh dear.
I've been walking around forever and haven't found a thing.
The Ravenlocks have always been a shady bunch. No surprise they've gone downhill over the years.
I heard they were pretty loaded back in the day. What kind of business did they run?
No clue. On the surface, their businesses seemed legit, but who knows what was happening behind the curtain.
Probably something with the sacrifices. I mean, how else would he know about the dormant ones left around here for years? And he was so sure that even if those original sacrifices didn't work out, he had a backup plan.
Backup plan? What could that be?
Well, that's beyond me. I just happened to overhear something while I was next to Mr. Edmund one day. What's Tops planning to do with all these sacrifices, huh? For research? Do you think we'll ever have a normal life in the Hollows?
Don't ask questions you shouldn't be asking.
All right. There's nothing here anyway. Let's leave the Hollow and report back on what we found. And we'll make it just in time to clock out for the fieldwork shift.
Let's get out of here first.
After the two Tops employees left, Vivian appears visibly unsettled.
Hartman, that fool. He'll do anything to get into Tops, even if it means playing with fire.
You know what they say, you play with fire, you're gonna get burned. Well, I'll put it this way. You misplay with fire, you're definitely gonna get burned.
But you play just right and you handle it with respect, you probably won't.
But when you mishandle it, yeah, you're probably gonna get burned and you're probably gonna burn everything else, everybody else, and probably gonna burn stuff to the ground. Just look what happened to California over the years.
She's an exaltist. Human lives have never mattered to her. The more people get dragged in, the greater the danger.
So is this Sarah that we're talking about?
Vivian, you seem a bit frazzled. Who's this she you keep bringing up?
I apologize for losing my composure. Please don't mind me.
Oh, no, you don't. Spill the beans, young lady. Spill them!
The she I'm referring to is with the exaltists. Someone I have a history with.
And that person is?
That's why the moment I heard about the sacrifices, I felt compelled to uncover the truth. I never meant to hide anything from you. It's just that...
It's not a comfortable subject.
For me, the exaltists bring back painful memories. And I'm not ready to face them yet. So, Lord Vathan, please give me a little more time. Once I've gathered my thoughts, I promise I'll tell you everything.
Hopefully the clock doesn't run out.
Sure, I'll stop asking. What's more important than an unspoken past is the person standing in front of me now. As for everything else, we can talk about it whenever you're ready to share.
Lord Vathan, if we weren't in such a hurry, I'd spend 3 whole hours singing your praises.
Are you done?
I'll make note of this and make sure to get it done before bedtime. First things first, let's track down those dormant sacrifices. The exaltists have probably realized someone's after them by now. I wish we knew what Hartman's backup plan is.
I got a sneaky suspicion we're gonna find out.
Shake the feeling that something bad is about to happen.
Where's my heart?
Okay. Anyways. Hey, a box! We got a box! We got a box! And it's got Denny's. And now we got ethereals.
Behind you! Leave it to me.
Probably should have gotten the obby for this.
What's this?
We're working it. We're working it. This dormant sacrifice is gone too. Who could it be? And how do they know the locations of the dormant sacrifices? Let's check the next location. I hope this does not become a nightmare for a new Aritu.
Hugo may have done terrible things, but he had his reasons. Mockingbird might be seen as the bad guys by a lot of people, but ironically, joining Mockingbird is what put me on the right path. For the first time, I'm needed for more than just my curse.
I hear a box. But can we get to the box? There's the box.
My turn. Don't touch me.
Well, you're gonna have to enforce that.
Nothing here either. Are we too late?
We already collected that. Okay.
There's...
Who do we have here? Who do we have here?
I knew it was you, Vivian.
And you are?
Camille, what are you doing here, sis? Are you destroying the dormant sacrifice?
Vivian, don't call me sis. I'm not your sister.
Okay, now what?
Are you trying to stop the Exaltists?
I never left the Exaltists.
Ouch.
You know what Landon did back then!
Lord Landon did it for the Creator. His methods may have been extreme, but they were necessary.
I'm gonna have to provide some serious context to that.
Back then, you walked away. You should do the same now. We didn't meet today. Take your friends and leave.
What's wrong? Are you being forced into this? I can help you.
Help me? Like how you helped her? Vivian, you're crying. You see me, don't you?
No,
You haven't changed a bit, Vivian. No need to hide your tears. I know exactly what's ahead for me. You've made your choice, and I've made mine. One last piece of advice. Stay out of this. She loathes you. I won't tell her we met today. Don't show yourself around us again.
Camille!
Camille gives Vivian one last chance and throws a smoke grenade to the ground. The noise attracts some ethereals, even though you have many questions. Dealing with the imminent threat feels like the right choice for now.
I'll tell you what that was about later. Let's take care of the ethereals first.
After fighting off the ethereals, you search for a long time but do not find any dormant sacrifices. After deliberating with Vivian, you decided to leave the Hollow for now and figure out your next move. Just in the phone rings.
You've been gone forever. Did you run into any trouble?
Of course we're gonna run into trouble. We're in a Hollow, for crying out loud.
We searched the coordinates the mayor provided. Most of them were already empty. No dormant sacrifices.
Oh dear.
Camille, the Exaltists have been actively destroying the dormant sacrifices.
So they can't be used.
Why would the Exaltists go after the sacrifices?
I saw it too, but I can't figure out why the Exaltists would do this.
And one of them is someone I once knew. I thought she would leave the Exaltists after Landon's death, but she stayed.
Wait, what did I miss? Why do you know so much about the Exaltists, Vivian?
When I was a child, I stayed with the Exaltists for a while. Back then, Landon was one of the most respected figures among the Exaltists in this region. A lot happened, and after Landon died, I left. I can't turn a blind eye to the sacrifices. I know all too well how many lives have been lost bringing them into existence. Ever since I learned a sacrifice had appeared in Janus Quarter, I haven't been able to stop worrying. I won't let history repeat itself. That's why I asked Hugo to investigate, starting with the Sacrifice Core.
Vivian.
Please stop. I'm not looking for comfort. I'm just recounting the story for you to understand the situation. We've got bigger things to focus on. But when I do need comforting, I'll come straight to you.
Ed Pats.
I hope you'll make time for me, Lord Vathan. Just so you know, I'm not the easiest to console.
I don't know. You might make an exception for these two.
Absolutely. If you're feeling down, we'll be here for you.
Okay. Back to the matter at hand. That That conversation between those two TOPS employees back in the Hollow is still bothering me. They said Hartman had a backup plan, and that got me thinking about some news that was quietly swept under the rug. Lately, there have been mining accidents in Ravenlock-controlled areas. Many workers have died. The families were paid off with huge settlements, way more than usual. But considering the Ravenlock's financial position, why would they be so generous with payouts?
That sounds sketchy. Do you think those accidents were faked?
Precisely. I don't think those workers died in mining accidents. I'm planning to reach out to some old friends, see if they've heard anything about this. Do you have time, Lord Phaethon? My contacts are just near 6th Street. Care to join me?
That's quite close. Let's go together.
Sure. Let's go together.
You arrive at Lumina Square with Vivian to meet our old friend. And there goes that. Lumina Square in the evening. Isn't it gorgeous? Absolutely. Alright, anyway, what up, Viv? What's up, Viv? Lord Phaethon, let's head out as soon as you are ready. Let's roll out.
An old friend of mine said she has some new intel. She's like a mentor to me. I learned a lot about data scraping on Internet thanks to her.
Is that right? Hey, look who it is.
Well, would you look who it is, an old friend of ours.
Rain! Long time no see.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Rain? So you're the old friend Vivian was talking about.
Yeah, Phaethon. Long time no see.
Rain! You actually know that Lord Phaethon is Lord Phaethon? No, I mean, you actually know Wise is Lord Phaethon.
I didn't know right away. One time, I needed a favor from Nicole. I only found out after meeting them. I mean, who would expect a legendary proxy to be running a video store for a living? Oh, by the way, your idol...
Rain! Let's not bring up old stuff. Lord Phaethon wouldn't be interested in that.
Why are you all tense? Right! Lord Phaethon lives on 6th Street too, and might know your idol.
She must be talking about Astra Yao.
Remember when you traced that post on Internet to 6th Street and actually went to check it out? And you came back all bummed, spouting nonsense. Like there was only a black cat at the location, and maybe your idol is actually a talking cat. Or something like that.
I think I know that black cat. It hangs around our shop now.
Lord Phaethon, please, let's drop this topic.
Come on, Vivian. It's been years, and you still won't say who your idol is. If you'd just let me, I'd have tracked them down ages ago. I get it. You want to find the person who's important to you on your own. But you've tried so hard already. It's okay to lean on me a little, you know. I'm sure your idol won't hold it against you.
'Cause when you're not strong, I'll be your friend. And I'll help you carry on.
I shouldn't have come to see you.
But you're here now.
Huh? What's wrong?
Rain, Vivian said you might have some intel for us. Should we get into that first?
All right, let's get down to business. Here's something I'm pretty sure about. The Ravenlock family's claim that those missing workers died in an accident? Don't buy it.
Of course not. Don't believe the hype.
The last signal from those workers was near the Hollow. Then communication went dark. I think they were taken into the Hollow.
Oh dear.
And yesterday, I picked up that the Ravenlock family secretly hired some people to search the Hollow's perimeter.
Ooh.
I caught a weird distress signal from someone and managed to track down the source. When I tried to reach out, the signal cut out completely. The last trace of the signal was near Lumina Square. Finding someone in real life isn't really my thing, so that's where you come in.
Okay, we'll take a look around. You just said this is something you're sure of. Do you have anything you're not so sure of?
I dug up some info online, and one thing stood out. A few days ago, there were some creepy sounds coming from an abandoned warehouse by the port.
Now it's starting to sound like some stuff that went on in Final Fantasy VII.
The place was locked up, so no one could see what was happening inside.
I don't think many of them would want to.
Not sure if it's related to your search. If you don't find anything useful around here, it might be worth checking out. Well, that's all I have for you.
Thank you, Rain.
Don't get all emotional on me now. I'm just helping out a friend. This one's on the house. Consider it payback for the favor you did me last time. But if you still want to find your idol, hit me up. I've been curious for what...
All right, don't worry about it. I'll manage it myself. Stop being so nosy, Rain.
Nosy? Nah, just professionally curious. What kind of person is worth all this searching, huh? But honestly, whoever they are in real life, they've become a part of you. You've come a long way in this search, Vivian. I much prefer the person you are now. So if you find this person, don't chicken out. Go meet them. People will appreciate you for who you are.
Rain.
I might not care about the real world or what it'll be like, but I hope everyone I know can live a good life. I'm counting on you to save the world, guys. All right, I have other business to take care of, so I'll leave the rest to you.
Laters. Rain waves goodbye and leaves. Vivian mentions she knows someone who's really skilled at finding people in real life, so you follow her and continue on your way.
Lord Phaethon, please pay no mind to what Rain said.
I don't really care, actually.
That big guy's up ahead. Let's hurry.
This is your buddy. Long time no see. One Denny Boo. Okay. You seem to be doing well, little one. Yep, I made an awesome friend since the last time we met. My friend got ill before, and it was the manager who helped heal them. I did not realize you two knew each other. Then, next time I head to the manager's place, will I get to see you two? How do you two know each other exactly? Yes, the little guy is Lucky Boo. My old boss at my previous workplace bought it at a discount center clearance sale. But he was a terrible boss. Not only did he shirk on paying wages, he did not take care of his bang boo either. Yeah, that guy. What a disgrace. Then his little guy had a malfunction and the boss threw it out because he did not want to spend the money on repairs. Really? It could have been fixed with just a simple battery change. You know what? There are some people I actually recognize who would probably do something like that. Vivian is the best. Changed my battery and I'm good as new. She's the best as ever. All I did was change a battery for you, buddy. It was you who earned the money to buy it. I am amazing too. I earned 100 dennies, just enough to buy a battery. So that's where that 100 denny bang boo battery came from. Honestly, you got plenty of energy, but I told you before, you need to be more tactful. Have you learned anything? I learned definitely. Pet one denny bang boo. Pet one denny boo. Pat one Denny boo. Denny boo, Denny boo, Denny boo. Give Denny. Wow, so you found a way to make a living, huh? Better not expose one Denny boo. So that's how I learned it. Did you need me for something? I'm sure happy to help. I know you love exploring all kinds of places, so tell me, have you come across anyone strange these past 2 days? Strange, you say? You mean someone who looks injured or hurt, scared, and kind of trying to hide where there aren't many people around? Let me think about it. Ah! I got it! I saw someone like that in the desert today. Someone super similar. Could it be in the outer ring? I don't think one Denibo can make it that far. Desert probably refers to a sand pit up ahead. Let's go to take a look. Did I help? Yep, you did. Yay. So happy. I'm gonna keep helping. Let me keep helping. You should go do whatever is important stuff that you need to do. Let's play together, see.
One Denny Boo is just too cute, right? I didn't know you helped it too. I knew Lord Phaethon was the best in the whole world.
Oh my. What do we got here? It seems that's the person that Raina and One Denny Boo were talking about. Phaethon, please stand back. I cannot be certain if he'll end up doing something extreme, considering his current mental state. I'm afraid he might hurt you. I'll try talking to him and see what's going on. Vivian walks forward and taps the cowering man on the shoulder.
Don't take me back, please.
Oh dear.
I was wrong. I know I messed up. I don't want your money anymore. Please, no.
Calm down.
Who are you? I won't say anything. Just let me go.
Oh dear.
I don't know anything. I swear, I know nothing.
We are not PubSec, the HIA, or the Ravenlock family. We won't force you into anything. There's no need to be afraid.
What do you want from me then?
We simply want to know where the Ravenlock family took you and what they made you do.
I can't say. I can't tell you. I have a family. They'll hurt them. You never saw me. Please, just stop asking.
Don't you wish to see your family?
I don't deserve to see them. It's my fault. I was greedy. I did this to myself.
But your family must miss you dearly. I'm sure they won't blame you.
No, it's my fault. It's all on me. I don't want to drag them into this.
If the whole ship is sinking, no one on board can escape.
I'm just a nobody. And right now, there's nothing I can do to change anything.
If you care about your family and friends, now is your chance to stop the disaster before it's too late. Even a butterfly flapping its wings can send a tsunami surging across the ocean. No one knows how this will turn out. But if you do nothing now, the only thing waiting for you at the end will be regret. We're not here to turn you in, and we won't force you to confront them. You'll be safe with us. I'll help you return to your family. But you must tell us precisely what happened.
Hartman offered a huge amount of money, looking for workers to go into the hollow to guard something. The money was way too good. We all kind of figured something wasn't right. I thought it was just smuggling or guarding some kind of illegal ether resources, so I signed up. After we sent in our applications, Hartman's men took us into the hollow. The first place we went, there was a strange box. When we got there, they handed us some pills, saying they'd improve our aptitude for ether, for us to last longer in the hollow. But after I took them, everything went fuzzy. Something was definitely off about those pills. When I woke up, I saw my coworkers dead in front of me. And there was blood all over my hands. They said something about me being a good experiment, moved me somewhere else, and locked me up. They wanted to inject me with something. I got scared and didn't know what was gonna happen. But then a blonde guy found me, gave me a carrot, and let me go. So I escaped. I didn't want to kill anyone. I don't know.
It wasn't your fault that your coworkers died. You were just a tool in their hands. Do you remember the place they first took you? Do you know what was in that box?
I only remember the first place was like a rooftop. I think it was on top of a tall building. What exactly was in that box? I can't remember. I'm not lying. Those pills they gave us, they make you hallucinate. I took just one and my mind felt like it wasn't my own. My memories turned into a blur. I'm telling the truth. I'm not trying to run from my mistakes. I just really can't remember what happened.
I know you're not lying. We'll arrange for your protection. You can rest easy and recover, and your family won't be dragged into this. Once this is all over, you will be able to reunite with them.
You and Vivian contact Lycaon, the mayor representing Victoria Housekeeping, agrees to protect the worker and will keep his identity confidential. Soon Rena arrives and takes the man away, mentioning that the mayor will confirm the location based on his description.
Sometimes I wonder if you've had some kind of special training, Vivian. No matter who you're up against, you seem to analyze the pros and cons and make a judgment in no time.
Actually, I wasn't always like this. I used to run away when things got tough. There was even a point where I just wanted to disappear. As if my very existence was the source of suffering. I wondered. Perhaps leaving it all behind could put an end to the pain.
It's hard to picture that. My first impression of you was pretty assertive.
Well, I was on a mission at the auction when we first met. And just as Rain said, I've come a long way from who I used to be.
Speaking of Rain, it's quite a coincidence that you two know each other and are actually close. You even know one Denny Boo. That surprised me. We might have crossed paths without even realizing it.
Enough about me. Tell me more about you, Lord Phaethon. Where have you been? And what have you experienced?
Oh, they experienced cataclysmic trauma.
Looking back, it feels like I've been through a lot lately. Belle and I even lost our Phaethon account. It's a long story, starting with how the Cunning Hares took something from the Red Fang gang.
As you walk along the river by Luminous Square with Vivian, you start sharing your stories. Although she wasn't part of them, she's been to the places where they took place. She's been to the chaotic hollow of the Camellia Golden Week. She has a favorite sandwich at Cheesetopia. And she's even received a star sticker from Officer Mew Mew for rescuing Bang Boo. You are amazed at the coincidences of life in New Eridu and how your paths have crossed so many times without even realizing it. After a long chat, it's time for a meal.
It should be around this area. Belle told me there's a highly rated store here.
You alright there, cuz?
Lord Phaethon!
What's wrong?
I've seen that black cat on 6th Street. That harmonica in the outer ring you mentioned. I've heard it before, too. I've even been to the monument outside Hollow Zero. But none of that was a coincidence. It was me.
Okay.
Ever since I was little, I had been seen as the bringer of bad fortune. I had traveled to many places and witnessed far too much misfortune. Every tear I shed brought disaster. I've heard too many curses to count. I loathed my tears as much as I despised my own existence. Wherever I stayed, tragedy followed. I had roamed too many places, and each time, it ended the same way. I didn't know where I could go anymore. One night, I stumbled upon a post discussing me, whether they knew me or not. Everyone seemed convinced that I was the source of the curse. Some mocked me with cruel intent. Some wished I would vanish, and others speculated maliciously. It really seemed that my very existence was a disaster. In that moment, as darkness enveloped the city, I saw lights flickering to life all around New Eridu. So many lights, and not knowing where to go, I thought, if only I could disappear into those lights. I made up my mind, and right then, my phone rang. I decided to take one last look. I wanted to know who left me my final message from this world. It was you, Lord Vathan.
Huh? Me?
Yes. And I checked with the other Lord Vathan. You were the one using the account at that time. But I know you probably don't remember it. After all, it was just an ordinary day, with an ordinary post and meaningless comments online. But for me, it was the night I finally realized where I could go. I wanted to walk the paths you had walked, see the sights you had seen. And then, one day, share it all with you, face to face.
So, I have to ask, what exactly did I say in that reply?
Well, you'll have to figure it out for yourself. I'm not telling you.
You're putting my memory to the test.
So, Lord Vathan, thank you. Not only for that comment you made that day, which was a silver lining for me, but also for giving me the courage to become who I am today. The Vivian standing right in front of you now. Lord Vathan, I truly like who I've become.
The wind skims across the surface of the water, lifting Vivian's hair and brushing it against her cheek. The lights reflected in our eyes dance and flicker, as if eager to share the stories of the past. Both the good and the bad, the happy and the sad. Emotions intertwine with the narratives, and you feel as though you are witnessing the path she has traveled.
Lycaon just sent a message. There's an update.
Yay!
Let's head back to the video store and go over the details together.
Okay, let's see if we can fast travel. That would be nice if we could do that. Look, I think we can do it. I think we can do it.
Wise, you're back.
What up?
Looks like Lycaon's tied up with something. He said I should just chill until you're back, and then we can talk online. I'll call him now.
Master Proxy, Miss Vivian. The gentleman Rena brought back has stabilized and calmed down now. Based on his account, we've identified where Hartman is hiding the core. He also mentioned that Hartman plans to trade the core with a group of people. We suspect suspect that this group consists of members from the Exaltists.
I knew it. Now that we have the location, it would be splendid if we could seize the sacrifice core before they do.
Maybe that is the only sacrifice core.
Precisely. We hope you can head to the location as soon as possible to secure the sacrifice core.
All right, we'll get there right away.
I have other matters to attend to, so I'll leave the retrieval of the sacrifice core in your capable hands. The mayor's friend that he mentioned before will also be assisting you this time. The target coordinates have been shared with her, and she'll meet you there. Please ensure your safety, and I wish you all the best.
Lord Vader, we will head out as soon as you are ready. We must obtain this sacrifice core before Hartman does. Let's get going. Let's move out.
Promise to tell me if anything's wrong, okay?
I will.
Eradicate all evil.
Let's bring Miyabi into this. Aye. Apparently, I've been seeing also that ice and ether tend to go together. Don't know how factual that is.
Where's the sacrifice core?
Camille, you really think I'd stroll around with something this important? Plus, even though the Ravenlocks and the Exaltists have been working together for ages, I've hardly even met Lady Dina. I'm the one offering the sacrifice core here. I'm curious what Lady Dina's got lined up for me in return?
I'm just here to verify that the core you mentioned is real. Once that's sorted, Lady Dina will give you a proper response. Our partnership isn't just talk. We need to be sure you have what we need before moving forward.
I'm wondering if this particular one might actually be a fake. We'll see.
Sure thing. I'll take you to where I keep the core. Once you verify it's legit, have Lady Dina come over. We'll lay everything on the table face to face.
All right, lead the way.
It seems Hartman is trying to bargain for more. What a greedy and insatiable man. It's just that, why would they only send Camille for something as important as the sacrifice core? And I can't shake the feeling that Camille doesn't want Hartman and Dina to meet. Why is that?
So this Dina they were talking about, is she the leader of the Exaltists?
Kind of. Lord Vathan, I really think we should hurry. We must get to where Hartman keeps the core before anyone else does.
I've mapped out a shorter route, but there will be ethereals along the way.
Don't worry, Lord Vathan. You're in capable hands. I'll ensure your safety.
I believe her on that one.
Ethereals! Stay away from Lord Vathan! Damn it. Oh my.
I was a bit distracted on that one.
Looks like Hartman's trying to negotiate for more leverage. Let's get out of here before we're spotted. Let's keep moving, Lord Vathan.
Aye.
Leave the enemies to me, Lord Vathan. How barbaric!
Oh, look, y'all want to play Thor.
What's up? They're still over there. Looks like they're arguing.
Oh dear.
This is our chance. Let's hurry.
On the move.
No matter who has the sacrifice core, Hartman or the Exaltists, it would be really dangerous.
No kidding, especially when they probably don't really know what they're doing.
Hand over what's in the box. Or we do this the hard way.
You sure talk big, little girl. Let's see if you can...
Let's hurry and secure the sacrifice core.
Probably not even there.
Lord Vathan, the box is empty.
Yep.
So Hartman never kept the core here to begin with?
Of course he didn't.
How did you even find your way here?
Don't worry about it.
Where's the core in the box? What did you do with it?
Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo.
You call this keeping the sacrifice core safe?
Get wrecked. Just as everyone stands confronting each other, a voice comes from behind. Oh, look who we have here.
Vivian, it's been ages.
Oh dear.
Dina!
Oh my, you actually remember me. So sweet.
This is one of the smuggest characters ever.
Look at you, thriving. I thought you'd totally forgotten about our past. So, tell me, do you ever dream about the people you've killed? Are they crying in your head all night?
Back then, I had no idea.
You had no idea? While you were soaking up all that love from Daddy and everyone else, you had no idea what was going on?
I wasn't...
Lady Dina, Miss Vivian didn't actually...
Camille, when did I say you could meet up with Hartman today?
I just wanted to make sure the sacrifice core is legit. I was worried Hartman might try to pull a fast one on us.
Really? So loyal. I thought you'd be more like the old days. Just a few words from Vivian and you'd be plotting my demise. Just like what you did with Father.
I won't, Lady Dina.
There seems to be a lot of dysfunction with these folk.
Don't even think about betraying me, Camille. You owe me for what went down back then.
This girl has narcissist written all over her.
However, I do understand your worries. This core, it's fake.
I thought so.
No way! I got this straight from Hugo. It can't be fake.
The way that thing flew out as it did, it had to have been. Which means most likely his demising event was probably also fake.
How can you just claim it's fake without any proof?
Ugh, seriously?
Dina approaches Hartman and coldly inserts the core into an open wound on one of his subordinates. The guy collapses to the ground, screaming. Dina wipes her hands and casts a look of disdain.
The sacrifice core can max out the ether particles within human bodies in no time at all. But look at your little subordinate. How uncouth. He's making noises like some animal. Can you shut him up? So annoying. The masterpiece Father made for the Creator isn't this worthless piece of junk you're holding.
So, the real core
is still within the hands of probably Hugo, which means consider yourself mocked.
Vivian, where do you think the sacrifice core is really at?
I don't know. If I knew where the real core was, I'd destroy it without a second thought. Dina, you understand what the sacrifices are, And you know those who were blessed should not have to endure such horrors.
Oh, they shouldn't have suffered those horrors. Weren't you the one who decided if they'd be blessed or not? If it weren't for your tears, how would they have encountered such misfortune? How self-righteous, Vivian. Their fates were in your hands.
This girl really has a stick up her rump, doesn't she?
It was you who brought disaster on them.
Gaslighting.
Landon just needed an excuse. He needed someone to blame. Whether I shed tears or not, he'd treat living beings as mere subjects for his sacrifice experiments. Dina, you know all of this. Landon even went so far as to sacrifice you.
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Father did it for his great cause.
What great cause was that? Because apparently calling it a sacrifice sounds like a real dip crap move.
Vivian, why do you always mess everything up for me? Everything!
Sure it's her messing it up, or is it that you're just messed up and then therefore consequentially everything else within your life messes up because of your messed up brain?
You did it before and now again! You just had to ruin my plan. I was so close to fulfilling Father's last wish.
I'm starting to suspect it was her wish.
If you don't give me the sacrifice core, be prepared to become food for the ethereals.
Considering your attitude, you might be tastier to them.
I told you I don't have the sacrifice core. Otherwise, I would have destroyed it already. Lord Phaethon, find the right moment to retreat. She can be quite unpredictable when her temper flares.
Why don't you just use some ether and make a big ether explosion and just corrupt her for good?
Oh, really? You don't have it? Then I suppose there isn't a reason to keep you alive.
Not much reason for you to stay alive either. As Dina finishes her words, several explosions erupt, followed by tremors in the ground, signaling the rapid approach of numerous ethereals. In a panic, Hartman rushes to the car he summoned, taking Camille and Dina with him. All right, let's rock.
More ethereals are coming. Blade. Too many. There's no chance to get out of this.
Oh, we have to try. We must try, dear sister. We must try.
It's over. Who dares get between me and Lord Phaethon?
This girl got jet engines under her skirt. What in the actual dodo heads?
There are so many.
Well, well, well.
It's ink.
Shun Palace, good fortune, closed gate, safety.
What?
An evil miasma gathers here. Another place of conflict. If you wish to avoid disaster, then head southeast. Now.
Thank you.
She looks so bored while doing this. She just went straight implosion.
Finally, peace and quiet.
Well then, that was unexpected.
You must be wise, right?
Yes?
Mayflower mentioned a special partner might need my help.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this the Void Hunter they were talking about?
May I ask, who are you?
I'm the 13th generation master of Yunque Summit. You can call me Yishuan.
There we have it, folks.
Mayflower passed along your info, and I was curious what kind of person you are, so I came to see.
Wait a minute. How long you been watching us?
At first, I thought it might be a hassle, but your energy feels really calming.
quite nice, actually.
Said so many of the other girls around this kid.
So, you're the investigator the mayor mentioned.
Yes. He also asked me to be your temporary teacher and offer you a bit of guidance.
Oh, really? And what kind of curriculum are we going to be learning?
Guidance? What does that mean exactly?
Unfortunately, this isn't the right time or place to talk.
No kidding.
I have some investigation work to catch up on, and it seems you've got quite a lot on your hands, so let's part ways for now.
Okay.
I'll find a good time to visit you soon.
I'm digging this music track, by the way. Yichuan leaves after saying this, while Vivian appears lost in thought, looking completely distracted. Anyways.
I'm so sorry, Lord Bathan. I'm just not feeling very well.
That's fine.
I think I'll head back for now. I'll investigate the sacrifice core and reach out once I find something.
Okay. Let's leave the hollow first.
You don't look so great. Let's get out of here and figure things out later.
Yep. Oh, willy-nilly! That was definitely a doozy. Alrighty, here is Vivian. You alright, little sis?
Lord Bathan, are you going to rest now?
Maybe.
I can head back later, Vivian. You seem a bit off since we left the hollow. If you want to talk about what's bothering you, I'm here. Sometimes it helps to get it out.
I didn't mean to keep my past from you, Lord Bathan.
It is what it is, buddy.
When I was little, people thought I brought misfortune, so no matter where I went, no one wanted me around for long.
Yeah, the problem is they were just in denial. That's one of the biggest issues of humankind today, is we're in denial of a lot of stuff. We're even denial. Many of us, as much as we claim about our imperfection, and as much as we talk about our ignorance, and there are those of us that are in denial of certain portions of that. We only want to address the ignorance and the imperfection when we end up in a accountability pickle. But all the rest of the times, we ain't worried about it.
Then, one day, Landon adopted me and brought me to the Exaltists. There, I met Dina, who was so kind to me, treating me like a dear sister. She told me her father, Landon, was a great man who'd one day make everyone stop fearing the Hollows, so all life could live freely inside and outside of them. Dina helped Landon pick people for the blessing, and everyone in the Exaltists respected her greatly. Those who received the blessing would have a better ether aptitude, allowing them to enter the Hollow freely without fear of sudden disaster. Back then, Dina would chat with me every day, always about the Exaltists and her father. But things between us shifted when Landon asked me to step in for Dina. Landon told me I didn't only bring misfortune, and that if I listened to him, I could actually help people. After that, he'd take me to meet people, and if I shed tears, he'd give them a blessing medicine. Those who got the blessing could dodge calamities. At first, I was ecstatic, thinking I could help others. I shared my joy with Dina, but that was when she started to pull away from me.
Was that blessing medicine the same sacrifice serum Bringer had?
Yes, to be precise, it was an early version of the sacrifice serum. Landon's medicine wasn't stable. The medicine Landon developed could boost abilities quickly, but also sped up the development of ether corruption. In the end, most people turned into ethereals, and a few became sacrifices, losing all human consciousness.
Corruption steroids, good heavens.
The ethereals were killed while the sacrifices were given to the higher-ups of the Exaltists. The Exaltists wanted the sacrifices to hold human consciousness, So Landon's medicine was seen as a failure, and he gradually lost influence within the Exaltists. One day, I saw Dina, and tears streamed down my face. In a bid to save his reputation, Landon decided to let his own daughter receive the blessing.
More like the curse.
I had always thought that getting the blessing was a good thing, until I saw terror in Dina's eyes that day. That evening, I broke Landon's rules for the first time and followed him out of the Exaltist's residence. I trailed him to the Hollow, where I witnessed someone who had been blessed becoming corrupted. In the end, that person became an ethereal. Then, without hesitation, Landon killed him. Before Landon returned, I went back to the residence and snuck into his study. And there, I uncovered the truths I just told you. And just a few days later, it was time for Dina to be blessed. I wanted to save her and stop anyone else from getting deceived. So, that day, I told everyone present that Landon should be the one to receive the blessing, not Dina. At first, Landon argued, and no one believed me. But, in front of them all, I looked at him and let my tears fall.
Vivian starts to recount what happened that day.
Lord Landon, please accept the blessing.
Vivian, you...
Why won't you accept the blessing? Were you lying to us?
Get wrecked. You're toast.
Ungrateful fools! You have no use anymore!
Liar!
Run! Run!
Dina! Dina, wake up! We have to go!
Vivian? What's happening?
Listen to me. Lord Landon's so-called blessing isn't...
Yeah. Okay, now that you do that, you're gonna have to get an armbar on him if you want to have a chance. Either that or wrist lock him.
Father!
That works.
No, I was just...
I think that line needs to be redone.
Mom, I want to go home.
It's got nothing to do with us. This is just what happens when you don't accept the blessing.
Vivian, was this you?
Dina, I just didn't want you to accept the blessing. Everyone who does ends up...
I just don't want to lose my father.
Unfortunately, you're gonna need to because he's up to no good.
You knew? If you knew what he's done, you...
He's my father. He's all I have. Stop being self-righteous, Vivian. You only ever bring misfortune.
The only one who's being self-righteous right now is you. Not to mention delusional and selfish. Her voice trembles as she shares her past stories.
I thought once Landon was gone, Dina would leave the Exaltists. I never expected her to continue his research, or that Camille would stay. Camille lost her entire family in a hollow disaster, so she's always supported the Exaltists.
Some people, unfortunately, they gotta mess around and find out. It's very unfortunate, but you know what? Damage control.
She's not a bad person. She's just someone searching for hope.
You search it in the wrong spot and you dig up the wrong thing, there are consequences for that.
She joined the Exaltists very early on, and even watched Dina grow up.
Just because someone was brainwashed and they need to be de-brainwashed, if they're not willing to take it, then that's just too bad. Damage has to be controlled.
That day, she was just so desperate to save Dina that all these years she's been following Dina, taking care of everything out of guilt, I think. But I didn't just fail to save Dina. I trapped her. I see misfortune approaching, but I can never change its course or avoid the bad ending.
Because the people who it directly affects need to make that change.
Maybe I really am a bringer of misfortune.
Now, you give people a chance to actually avoid the destruction and they don't take that chance. Instead, they see the chance as the problem instead of their ego as the problem.
No, you're not the one causing trouble. Whatever went down with the Exaltist, it was Landon who was pulling the strings. As for Dina and Camille, they knew the truth and they made their choice.
In other words, they turned a blind eye. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, that's one of the biggest problems with us human beings these days. We see the truth, we are notified of the truth, and in many cases, we're even proven the truth, but we still deny it.
The Hollows and the disasters they caused took more than just their loved ones. Not all survivors cling to obsession and hatred like those two do.
Lord Phaethon.
You need to believe in yourself, Vivian. From what I can see, you're handling the sacrifice crisis pretty well on your own. Besides, you told me you really like who you've become. I hope that you can believe in that at the very least.
Yes, that'll always be true. Thank you for listening to my story today. Years have gone by, but I've never had the courage to face all this. Maybe Dina and I were meant to meet today, so I could finally spill it all out. It lightens my heart a little. Lord Phaethon, you truly are a wonderful listener.
Not just today. Whenever you're feeling down, know that I'm here for you.
I will. It's been such a long day. You must be exhausted. I'll track down the location of the sacrifice core and let you know what I find. Good night, Lord Phaethon.
After bidding farewell to Vivian, you head back to the video store. You see the collectible she gifted you on the table, and it stirs a flood of memories. You've been through so much lately. You hope the sacrifice crisis can be resolved smoothly, pondering the whereabouts of the real sacrifice core. Weariness sets in, and before you know it, you drift off to sleep. When you awake, it's almost noon. And Belle is there to greet us. Why, Vivian was in the store just now, but you were not here. Did she need anything? It was about the sacrifice core. The first time the sacrifice core appeared was at the auction, so she decided to try and find the security footage from after that day. Excuse me. Reading English is difficult. It's possible more happened afterwards, and we're simply unaware of it. If we can get that footage, we may gain some clues. What kind of clues? How many clues? Who knows? As long as we get clues. 1 second, folks. There we go. Dealing with a bozo. Okay, bozo's gone. Let's play. Wise, if you have time, head to Lumina Galleria to meet with Vivian. Let's go now. Immersion! Let's go. Earlier, Vivian exchanged information with an acquaintance in the auction house's lounge.
Shul, I didn't expect you to be working here. Perfect.
I was just covering someone's shift.
The screening here is super strict, and I was afraid the supervisor would realize I was new and subbing for someone, so I hid in the control room during the supervisor's inspection.
Oh my.
So I happened to bump into this guy, a blonde man wearing a hat, and I think he was checking some footage. Then he logged that footage into the tape he brought. Later, I found that part of the footage had been wiped.
Blonde, wearing a hat. Could it be Hugo?
Do you know him?
I think it's him. If it were Hugo... I think I know where he would hide the tape. Thank you, Shaw. You were a big help.
Great! You also helped me a lot when I started working. I used to make mistakes all the time. If it weren't for you cleaning up my messes, I would have been fired ages ago. So I'm happy I could help you too. All right, go ahead and do what you need to do. We'll catch up another time.
After saying goodbye to Xiao, Vivian leaves the lounge. Nathan, you are here. Someone I used to work part-time with just so happens to be covering a shift at the auction. I learned from her that Hugo once took some footage away with him. I think Hugo was planning something, so he hid the security footage. But once I know when Hugo came here, I should be able to guess where he put the videotape. Oh? Nani? We are Mockingbird, after all. It should not be surprising we have subtle ways of communicating information, shouldn't it? Once on a mission, we could not use communicators. So Hugo trained a few birds and put trackers on so we could communicate. But after that mission ended, we let them roam free. But I just checked their trackers, and one of those birds flew near the auction venue on the day Hugo took the footage. It still flies around here from time to time. The tracker only gives a broad area, but I believe this might be something Hugo left for us to find. If I'm not mistaken, the videotape is hidden wherever the bird is. I cannot be sure which bird Hugo used this time, but all the birds he originally trained had at least some black feathers. I don't think it's that one. Nathan, let us split up and search the area. If you see a bird, you can send me a picture of it. I should be able to recognize it. All right, I guess we're gonna get the old gold camera out again. Hey, look, is that a bird? It's not a plane. Look at the birdie. There's one. I saw that sweet ball of fluff. It's hard to imagine this is the bird that Hugo chose for the mission. But it does have some black feathers, so maybe this is it. Either way, might as well take the photo and see if Vivian recognizes it. After sending a photo of the panda-colored chunk of a bird to Vivian, you get a negative answer, and now it's time to keep looking elsewhere. 2 more locations. Let us rush on over. Be right back, Vivian. You never know. It could be a bang boo for all we know. We never know. It could be a bang boo. Could be a bang boo. Could totally be a bang boo. Looking like a penguin. Penguins count as birds, I guess. But do they have feathers? Probably not. And besides, using a bang boo for communication seems perfectly reasonable. What if this guy, either way, let's take a photo and send it to Vivian. After sending the photo to the penguin-shaped bang boo to Vivian, Vivian responded with a long set of ellipses. It seems like we were wrong. Let's keep searching elsewhere. They say the third one is the charm, but we'll see if it actually is or if it isn't. And apparently it looks like it's something going on. Did we go around the back here and see if we can do that? No, can we? Yes. This might be the jackpot right here, because I'd say probably a crow. Hey, might as well be a crow. Might as well. Might as well be a crow. Black crows in a dark alley. Seems a bit cliche, but this is a really good place to hide something. Let's take a photo of the crow and send it to Vivian. After receiving the photo, Vivian quickly responds, "That is the one! Jackpot, congratulations! Your prize is..." You were right. She quickly makes her way to the location. That is the one. It's all thanks to Vivian, we found them so quickly. If it's here, then Hugo must have hidden the videotape among the boxes. You look through the boxes and find the recording, but it's damaged. After discussing with Vivian, you head back to the video store together to repair it and check the contents before making your next move. I guess we gotta return manually. Or at least a little bit of a fast travel. And here we are. Alright. We managed to fix the tape bell. Barry repairs the videotape and you watch the recording. The content leaves you shocked. It's a conversation between Hugo and Camille.
If I'm not mistaken, you and Vivian share the same goal. Silence is no good for negotiation.
I just don't want Dina to reach a point of no return.
Might be a little too late for that.
Hasn't she already reached that point with what she's doing?
The formula for the Landon serum was lost, but a batch survived, and Dina was able to develop a substance that can be used for mind control.
Oh boy.
She's trying to combine the two to make sacrifices that would obey human commands.
Jeez, we getting into some Resident Evil 4 stuff here with the Las Plagas. Only now it's in the form of a serum.
If the dormant sacrifice and the remaining Landon serum are destroyed, we can put an end to this. Dina's concoction can't create sacrifices on its own.
And the sacrifice core?
That belongs to the creator, not her. Although I find Landon's methods despicable, I can't deny that the Exaltists and the Creator are leading us in the right direction. I just don't want Dina to spend her life trapped by her father's mistakes.
I mean, no offense, but I find your protectiveness rather weird. I will confirm the location of the dormant sacrifice and find the chance to relay the information to you. I do not want any of my people to be going into danger. As for the sacrifice core, I can only guarantee that it will not fall into her hands. As for how things will ultimately play out,
the Creator will guide me.
The video abruptly comes to an end. I got a sneaking suspicion that Hugo is definitely still alive. And working in the shadows.
Camille was actually destroying the dormant sacrifice?
Compared to Camille's motives, I'm more concerned about whether Hugo has more plans lined up.
Hugo...
Wise, Lycaon just sent a message saying he's got something urgent that he needs to talk to us about now.
Alright, let's call him.
Alright, let's patch him in.
Master Proxy, I apologize for disturbing you.
Don't worry about it.
We have just learned that the Ravenlock family will host a banquet tonight. This banquet is rather special, as they're allowing members of their family to invite business partners to attend. With Hartman at the center of controversy, there are many members of the family who are eager to use this opportunity to replace him. The mayor has been spreading rumors of a young tycoon who inherited a sizable fortune and is looking to partner with a person from an old and influential family. This information has lured a young man named Burton from the Ravenlock family.
So, you want me to pose as this tycoon and use Burton to infiltrate the banquet?
Correct. And Hartman's study is also located within the venue.
I see. Hartman's study might hold valuable information.
Starting to sound like it.
It seems like there's nothing left for me to do.
You can attend attend as her +1.
+1? Lord Phaethon, please go with me!
Master Proxy, it seems Miss Vivian requires your presence, so...
Yes, just your presence will help me immensely!
Stop the cap!
Sure. If we go together, we'll be able to keep an eye out for each other. I'll accompany Vivian.
I'll send you the time and place for the meeting with Burton. If you encounter any danger, please evacuate immediately or contact me for backup. I hope everything goes well for you tonight.
You get in contact with Burton. He said he'll come to 6th Street later to escort us to the banquet. Is there anything I need to look out for? Do not worry. Just leave the socializing to me. I will not let any evildoers get close to you. Not you. But since there's still some time before we have to go, should we watch an instructional videotape on formal dinner etiquette together? Etiquette. I said etiquette because I'm like, I would quit. I learned something from videotapes when I first went undercover at a banquet for a mission 2. Though such a method isn't sufficient to master it, it's enough to deal with this one. Excursion. Alright. Yes, I'll go over the key details for you as we watch the tape. You do some last-minute studying on etiquette. Expect it at a formal banquet for your mission that night. Before you know it, evening has arrived. Hey, the Burton sent his location. Are you ready to join me for the banquet? Yes, I am. I will meet up with I will meet up with Burton first and make sure he's not tampered with the car. Phaethon, please wait 5 minutes before joining me. It'll be safer that way. Vivian heads off first. After 5 minutes, she sends a message saying it's all good and to meet up. And then we go meet the Burton, which is not there. Definitely is not there. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so you're Burton, huh? Oh my gosh. This dude looks like somebody, but I can't remember their name. Miss Banshee, this is something the matter? What I mean is, this person doesn't look like your bodyguard. The Ravenlocks can protect me, no. If that's true, why would I bring a bodyguard? This is my companion for the evening. He heard the Ravenlocks are hosting a banquet with elites from all walks of life in attendance, so he wanted to come and make new friends. You are not so stingy as not to even allow your guests a +1, are you? Of course not. Since you're an important companion of Miss Vivian's, you are also my honored guest. Let us be off then. My chauffeur shall take you to the port. And from there, we will take a speedboat to the manor. Oh dear. You get a chance to check that boat, Vivian? About an hour later, you arrive at the Ravenlock Manor. With Burton's guidance, you go through numerous security checks before finally arriving at the banquet hall.
Miss Banshee, I believe I've shown you my sincerity. Now how about you?
Sincerity? My presence here is a show of sincerity.
If we're to work together, Miss Banshee, you should drop your pretentious act.
I am well aware of the ways of the Ravenlock family.
Yeah, no kidding.
If I were to come empty-handed, I probably wouldn't even be able to make it out the front door tonight. Since I agreed to come with you, and even brought along my most precious companion, does that not show my deepest sincerity?
No need for such an off-color joke. Our door is always open for those coming or going.
We both know what's what, so let's cut the small talk. I know far more about how the Ravenlock family made their fortune than most here. I am also well aware of why Hartman, despite such a massive scandal, still remains in power.
Oh? Do tell.
Exaltists, blessing, sacrifice, Landon. Where would you like me to start?
How did you know that? No, who are you?
Don't be so tense. If I'm not mistaken, it's about time the banquet began. My companion and I are practically famished. Is this how you treat your guests? By letting them starve?
Hey, can you throw me a couple of, biscuits and all that kind of stuff? You got some mashed potatoes and some gravy and maybe a little bit of chicken? I could use that, thank you.
Perhaps when we've had our fill, we'll remember where the sacrifice is hidden.
Oh dear.
You know where the sacrifice is?
Something tells me that they're going to be sacrificing this dude's sanity.
So, can we go get something to eat now? And I'm also looking forward to receiving a special dessert from you.
Hopefully it ain't spiked.
We can discuss what you wish to know while we enjoy dessert.
Of course. I wouldn't let such an important guest discuss matters on an empty stomach. As for dessert, I will prepare it myself, and I guarantee it will satisfy you.
I ain't buying it.
I'll come find you later. I wish you a pleasant evening.
So he does. Burton hurriedly leaves, and Vivian seems to breathe a sigh of relief.
These kinds of people are exhausting to deal with.
I agree, Vivian. I agree.
I really don't know how Hugo used to put up with it.
He probably just let it roll off the shoulder.
You always manage to surprise me. You sent him off with just a few words. If I were him, I'd think you were a powerful noble lady.
It's just some techniques Hugo taught me. Like that dessert I mentioned. It means I want them to offer more if they want to come to an accord. Fortunately, that old fox Hartman is terrified of losing power. He's definitely keeping the destruction of the sacrifice and the fact that the sacrifice core is fake hidden from the other family members. Otherwise, Burton wouldn't have been so willing to raise his offer. Lord Phaethon, let's find Hartman's study when the banquet is at its busiest.
All right. I've already taken note of the surrounding terrain. Once more people arrive, we'll enter the garden through the door in the corner of the banquet hall.
So enter the garden through the door in the corner of the banquet hall.
Wherever you go, I'll follow, Lord Phaethon.
Focus, Vivian. In accordance with the plan, you head deep into the manor after sneaking out of the banquet hall with Vivian. It does not take you long to reach Hartman's study, and with a gentle push, the door actually opened.
Isn't this going a bit too well?
Yes.
The security outside of the manor is really strict, but maybe it's more lax on the inside? Just in case, though, let's contact Lycaon.
Right. Having some backup would be safer.
Yes, Everett. Our top priority is to investigate Hartman's office.
Let's check Hartman's recent correspondences for clues. I still have concerns about the sacrifice core.
Right. Though the core he gave Dina was fake, Hartman might have left a trick up his sleeve and hid the real one.
Then let's split up.
You and Vivian search through Hartman's office for a while, but find absolutely nothing. Just then footsteps suddenly come from outside, and in a moment of panic, you hide behind the desk.
Esteemed guests, Is the catering at the Ravenlock family banquet not to your satisfaction?
I'm pretty sure he got a silent alarm.
So much so that these two distinguished guests felt the need to come to my humble office to scavenge for food. Don't want to come out?
Had to have been a silent alarm. With a sophisticated house like that, it's definitely some tight security. I designed a security system from the ground up, so I definitely am aware.
Well, after all, you don't have long left.
You're probably gonna need more than that revolver, though.
Burton, that greedy idiot, fell for the mayor's trap. But I never expected that he would bring you into my territory. I suppose I should thank him. Otherwise, I would have had to go to great lengths to eliminate you. Vivian, Phaethon, give Hugo my regards.
You really think that dude is gone?
Tell him I shall be taking the wealth and power of the Ravenlock family for myself.
Yeah, even he doesn't think he's gone. Hardman raises his firearm, aiming at the desk, yet there's no explosion. With a clink of metal, a familiar voice comes through.
The bullet? How?
You probably replaced them.
Dear Uncle, why must we be so distant with one another?
I didn't think he was gone.
You can just tell me what you want to say directly.
Oh my.
Hugo! Impossible! You...
He really thought that dude was gone?
Uncle, you must know a Ravenlock will never stop until they get what they want. Did you really think I would be defeated so soon? When I have yet to trample you into the dirt.
You filthy bastard! You only know how to resort to these petty tricks!
Takes one to know one.
Petty tricks? Perhaps you'd like to know what I managed to accomplish using this faked death of mine.
I'm pretty sure he managed to accomplish a lot.
My dear Uncle.
Shortly before.
Faking my own death. Hope it's all worth the theatrics in the end. It was just to keep Hartman off my back, but maybe I went a little overboard.
Not really.
The manager must be pretty shaken up. I should apologize at some point. Guess I'll also bring Lycaon along. He's my partner in crime, after all.
You're late.
So strict.
You're taking longer to rest than I expected.
Lycaon, you think too highly of my physical capabilities. Well, thank you for your cooperation. I must say, if nothing else, at least your acting skills have improved. Why do you look so angry? You should be happy. We pulled that off together with flawless teamwork and managed to fool everyone.
Drop your foolish facade.
I'm glad you still remember the code we set all those years ago. And thank you for ensuring your sleight of hand didn't deteriorate. Oh, right. I should also thank the blood bag hidden in my clothes and our other props. Do you remember when we last used this trick? It was probably ages ago.
Sometimes I really don't understand you. Have you never thought about what the consequences would be if I didn't understand your code? If I decided against helping you? Or if I just couldn't control my strength properly?
You'd understand it. Of course, if things really did go awry, I had alternative plans. You wouldn't be so arrogant as to think I'd bet everything on you, would you?
You're insane.
Aw, I'm flattered.
So what exactly is the purpose behind all this? Surely after going to such great lengths to erase your own existence, you don't just plan to hide here and reminisce about the past with me. Don't try to brush this off. I've already helped you enact your plan. Tell me the truth.
Don't get your tail in a twist. I have more plans that require your assistance, so naturally I would not hide anything from you. Simply put, as things stand, whether as Hugo Vlad or as Mockingbird, I am doomed to die.
Seems you've made quite a few enemies.
As a member of the Ravenlock family, I negotiated with Edmund and managed to obtain resources from Tops for my future plans. I also confirmed what attitude they held toward your master, the Mayflower family. Meanwhile, I used my identity in Mockingbird to strike a deal with Hartman and gather information on their collaboration with the remnants of the Exaltists. That's where I got my intel on what Bringer left. Oh, by the way, the crime declaration letter that your dear mayor received, that was also sent by yours truly. He's probably figured that out by now, right? Though I'm not sure if he told you.
The mayor learned about the sacrifice attacks through his own means, but lacked an opportunity to take action. That warning letter was precisely what he needed.
You aren't hopeless yet. How delightful. In short, I'm more well-informed than your lot because I get around, dealing with all these different important figures. But of course, it comes at a cost. It's only fair. After all, you can't hide the smoke from a wildfire. Rather than trying to carefully tame it and risk setting yourself alight, it's better to let it burn free.
When I helped you put on your little act, killing you in front of everyone, you left the sacrifice core to Hartman. That was intentional too, then?
Oh, yes. And it worked like a charm, didn't it? Now no one cares for me anymore, and all eyes are on Hartman. A perfect situation for keeping the Ravenlock family in check while dealing a cutting blow to the Exaltists behind them. Another crucial point is Vivian and Phaethon. I must sever any ties they have with me or Mockingbird. Although I feel bad for Phaethon about what happened, but it had to be done. That's the only way they would be safe, allowing the plan to continue.
I noticed that you never turned your blade toward Master Proxy.
You know what? He's right.
So, those words you said back then were also...
I will bloody my hands. I will carry the weight of my sins. I will become the Abyss. Obviously, it was all an act. My acting has always been impeccable, as you know.
Hugo, you're taking such a tremendous risk. Why?
Would you believe me if I said it's for justice? But unfortunately, it's not. I want revenge on the Ravenlock family. And I will make sure that despicable excuse for a human being, Hartman, suffers a slow, torturous end. Of course, I also promised Vivian that I would help her investigate the whole thing with the Exaltists. That's all.
You don't look too good. Is it your wounds?
No. This is the first problem I plan to resolve. Lycaon, do you have a place that is sufficiently discreet, quiet, and can take a lot of damage?
Lycaon leads Hugo to a small warehouse in Port Elpis. Hugo looks quite pleased with the place. After scanning the area for a moment, he sits down on a chair, pulls out some rope, and ties himself up.
What exactly are you doing?
Don't look at me like that. If I didn't have to do this, I wouldn't. Hartman recently obtained a bizarre substance, most likely from those crazy Exaltists. After use, it allows control of the victim's mind. To some extent.
You were dosed with it.
To be more precise, Lycaon, I deliberately allowed Hartman to put this drug in my cup to facilitate our previous collaboration.
Hugo tells Lycaon of what happened back in the private suite when he was negotiating with Hartman. The only reason Hartman agreed to work with him was because of this, because he had drugged that red liquid. After that, every time Hugo and Hartman meet up, the latter would always add a small dose of that drug in Hugo's cup and then ask questions, attempting to glean information.
After finding out about it, I quickly found someone to help analyze its composition. The good news is he gave me a very low dosage, perhaps because he was afraid I might notice. There's a different medication that can delay its onset, preventing me from actually being under his control. I simply need to put on a show in front of my dear uncle. The bad news is that currently there is no antidote. When I delay those effects, however, they will accumulate and erupt when my body reaches its limit. It may even break my mind. And that's exactly what's happening now. I need to endure those accumulated consequences. So, I will lock myself in this room for however long that takes. I've tied my limbs to prevent me from smashing this place or accidentally hurting myself. Anyway, after you leave, do not open this door, no matter what you hear.
I recommend seeking professional medical assistance.
This is advice I received from a doctor. Or are you saying you don't believe I can make it? So, Lycaon, come find me here at the scheduled time. All you need to do is smile and await my victory.
What if I want to stop you?
You know you won't succeed. You never have. And you never will. Well, time is short. Let's begin.
I understand. Don't die, you stupid bastard.
After who knows how long. After enduring seemingly endless pain, Hugo finally awakens. The ropes that bound him had come undone, though he did not know when that had happened. Hugo checked himself over. Thankfully, he had not injured himself that badly while he was going crazy. After some time, Hugo straightens out his attire and tidies himself up, then opens the warehouse door.
Is this because the side effects haven't worn off yet? Lycaon's late. I'm surprised. Or is something wrong with time itself? Looks like someone's over there. Might as well go ask.
1 second, folks. We've got some nonsense. I tell you, that serum is, that little drug that they're doing is literally the next level of Las Plagas stuff. But anyways. Who's that? Wait, find Lycaon. Alright, let's see where our buddy is. Apparently, we have to talk to them first, but I know that's not Lycaon. It's all your fault. Why were you born with these 2 eyes? If it weren't for you, I would not be in this mess. Oh boy. I had made it. I endured for so long, all these years of planning. I was so close, he already agreed. You go and beg him to reconsider for me, okay? Tell him and you'll do anything. Tell him to take me back. He will not want to see you now. You can't go and see him. Mother. Oh dear.
It's all your fault.
Yeah, I guess he's kind of hallucinating here.
I wish I had never given birth to you!
Ouch. The woman's face is distorted with hatred, as if the person before her is not her child, but an enemy who destroyed her future. She blames all her misfortune on this innocent child. I hate when people do that.
Everything will get better if you just die, right?
No, it won't.
If you die, he'll come back. We'll have another, more perfect child. One who will inherit the Ravenlock family bloodline.
That's not how that works.
Then I'll be able to escape this pain.
No, doesn't work like that.
So, Hugo, for the sake of Mommy's happiness, just die, okay?
Girl, you ain't gonna ever be happy, no matter what decision you make. Cause you tore up in the head, you ain't gonna ever be happy. She raises her hand to reveal a pair of scissors, the tip gleaming with chilling light. She thrusts the sharp point toward Hugo's paler eye. I guess that'll explain what happened, why he got heterochromia. Then she suddenly vanishes, as if she had never existed at all.
So, I wasn't awake yet after all.
That's because you don't want to wake up again.
Who are you?
I am you. Hidden deep within your heart. Your most true self. You want to kill her, don't you? Your so-called mother. Every time she beat you without reason, when she tried to gouge out your eyes, when she sold you into that hell, laughing all the while. You wanted to be the one to end her life. Why not admit your hatred? As you are, you can hunt her down and make her pay for the living hell of a childhood she made you suffer.
Yes, I hate her. I hate her because she was foolish and shallow, greedy and stupid. I hate her because she doesn't deserve to be a mother. She did everything she could to try and get into the Ravenlock family, believing she could live a life of luxury without having to do anything and never realizing she was a pawn, discarded from the very beginning. So she chose to blame me. Blame me for my heterochromia. Blame me for my very existence. But I won't kill her, because I know it won't change anything. She was incapable of loving me, just as she is incapable of loving herself.
Pretty much.
Have you been brainwashed by that dog? Keeping up the act of being some magnanimous and forgiving fool?
Don't compare us. I've simply come to understand love or hate. I make my own choices, and they have nothing to do with anyone else.
She sold you to the Ravenlock family for a huge sum of money. She used that money to start a new life without you. Does it not torment you? Do you not feel the hatred? Do you not want to demand answers? Kill her. Only by killing her can you be truly free.
Sounds like this inner bozo really got to stick up its rump.
For a long time, I thought the same way. But now, well, I want to make a different choice.
Stop lying to yourself. You never had a choice. This weak-minded thinking will only lead you to failure. Like before, you'll be nothing but a worm, trampled into the dirt by those so-called elites. Do you still not get it? This is how the world is, and always has been. Hesitate and you'll be the victim. If you don't grab your knife first, you'll end up being on the other end of the blade. If you want to change anything, you must first become the one who makes the rules. Just like that woman. The only reason she could treat us that way was because we were weak. So listen to me. Find that woman, kill her, and prove to this world your strength. It's what she deserves. Why forgive them? They don't deserve it.
I'm not forgiving them. Or rather, I don't care about them. They don't even matter, at least not yet. You know, perhaps the person I hate the most, the one I truly cannot forgive, has never been someone else, but rather my weak, powerless past self who could do nothing but hide inside a closet and cry. I hate myself for having neither the strength nor the courage to resist. I hate myself for begging for so-called familial love, even after being treated so terribly. I hate that despite the pain of my wounds, I still hope to receive the carrot and not the stick. And that means you, correct? So, I forgive you. I forgive myself.
You'll regret this, fool. Your pretty words mean nothing. You will ultimately return here to me.
After an intense bout of dizziness, Hugo awakens in the dark warehouse. The ropes that bound him had come undone at some point. Hugo takes a deep breath of the damp air and stands up. Hugo straightens out his attire and tidies up. Then he opens the warehouse door.
I see. This is still an illusion. I wonder who's going to show up this time.
Well, you know,
Brother!
that inner demon is something we all fight with.
Let's play hide and seek. I'm already hiding. You'll find me, right? Like you always do.
Maybe.
Serena.
You're looking in the wrong place. I found an even better hiding spot this time. Harder to find than any place you showed me. Hey, Hugo. Do you ever wonder why I had to die?
It was because of me.
That's right. It was because of you. It's all your fault. If only you didn't exist, I wouldn't have had to suffer. Still looking in the wrong spot. believe you still haven't found me after all this time. Have you forgotten about me?
I haven't forgotten.
It's okay. I'll forgive you. I'll still be nice to you, just like before. I was the only one who was ever nice to you, wasn't I?
Yes.
Then tell me, why do good people always suffer? Why is kindness always punished instead? Tell me, Hugo, why? Hugo, are you lost? Go back the way you came. I left you a surprise there.
What a cruel bastard. As expected of a disgusting bastard. Lady Serena was so nice to him, yet how does he still have the nerve to stay in the house? They should not have let him in from the start. Filthy, lowly blood. Curses and insults encircle Hugo, piercing his skin like frozen knives. The mockery and rage form a wave that crashes through him, threatening to drown him. Then, as the catastrophe reaches its peak, it goes silent. The air seems to congeal in the silence, deep and oppressive. It is as if time stood still, with only his rapid heartbeat echoing.
I told you that you would eventually return.
Maybe not for the reason you think, buddy.
We meet again, my friend.
I told you, I am you. The side of you that you've always tried to deny existed.
Of course. I know. This time it's about Serena. Right?
Yes. Your half-sister. And the only child in the Ravenlock family who was kind to you. Unfortunately, it was her kindness that led to her untimely death.
It was my fault.
I don't like the way you blame yourself, because that means I'm to blame as well. And I don't think I did anything wrong. Your mother sold you to the Ravenlocks. And your father, he saw your talent and wanted to use you to push the other children into competing with each other.
My brothers and sisters wanted to get rid of me from the moment they first saw me.
In their eyes, you were no more than a slave. But Serena dared to treat you, a slave, as if you were human. And so, she was fated to die.
They tried to kill me many times, but I was careful, and they did not succeed.
So they killed Serena, who was weaker, an easier target, and pinned everything on you. Serena died in your place. Those cruel brats thought that by reporting this to Father, they could use it to get rid of you, a rival who threatened their positions. Yet, not only did Father not blame you for the incident, he praised you for it.
In this world, only the ruthless, cruel, and merciless can stand at the top.
And that's exactly what you managed to live up to, no? You found a perfect opportunity thereafter to catch the ringleader of the group who framed you and almost beat him to death. and manic with utmost delight.
I don't remember that.
Seemingly unsatisfied with his answer, the inner demon transforms into him again.
Here you go again, trying to deny your desires. Deep down inside, you've always wondered, asking yourself why these evil people never got the punishment they deserve. Why the world is so unfair. Don't you want to rip them to shreds? Just like that day when you beat that boy's face into the dirt until he was barely recognizable. His disgusting blood staining your fists. Recall your exhilaration, your cathartic release of rage, that outpour of hatred. That victory belongs to you. You deserve it.
Those brothers and sisters of mine are all dead. I cannot take revenge against the long deceased.
They died by Hartman's hand, dying in the power struggle to become the Ravenlock family's heir, rather than by our side.
Boring. I find it hilariously ironic. Children who would murder their own kin for scraps of power, dead at the hand of their uncle who followed their example. Is that not karma? Power struggles pitting kin against each other, betrayal, suspicion, and hatred between people of the same blood. It's like a curse written into the Ravenlock family's genes. Laughably stupid.
Don't forget, my dear, that the same blood flows through your veins.
As if to prove his words, the inner demon transforms into Hartman.
That's right, my dear nephew. No matter how much you deny it, the blood of the Ravenlock family flows through your veins. Survival of the fittest. Only the strongest deserve to live. Only the strongest deserve to rule. This is the path of success that has led the Ravenlock family to victory countless times. A blessing and a curse etched into your flesh and blood. As long as you live, you'll never escape the mark of family. You are destined to one day become someone like me, like your father.
Is that fear I sense? I can see you trembling. Why does the Ravenlock bloodline terrify you so?
I won't become like my father. Never.
You won't become a failure like him. So relax. Our power eclipses him, and so does our ambition. So, do not deny your own desires. Do not resist your own ambition. This is the talent you are born with. The best gift fate has ever given you. Admit it. Deep within your heart lies a spark, yearning to ignite a raging inferno that will burn everything down. And I am that spark.
After an intense bout of dizziness, Hugo awakens in the dark warehouse. The ropes that bound him had come undone at some point. Hugo takes a deep breath of the damp air and stands up. He straightens out his attire and tidies himself up, then opens the warehouse door.
Lycaon. Never thought I'd be this genuinely thankful to see you. Seeing you means this never-ending nightmare is finally over, right?
I don't think it is just yet. I don't think it is just yet. Why did you break our oath? Asked Lycaon. Why did you use me? My eye and these legs, they were all your fault. You know, you are exactly like your father.
I don't want to hear something like that from you. You have no idea what that man, my father, is really like.
A person who stops at nothing for their own interests and ambitions. Just like what you're doing right now.
And what do you think I'm doing this for?
I wonder if this last one, that there's going to be like an internal monologue battle between himself and the Lycaon in this particular like dream or something like that.
All of this was part of your plan. You knew where the Ravenlock family was going to be, so you set Mockingbird's target there. To seek revenge, you plotted to assassinate your own father, but he was too vigilant, and you failed. After almost being assassinated, your father was furious and locked everyone in the hall, but was unable to find the assassin.
And what a coincidence that a hollow disaster just occurred in the vicinity. So he used it to eliminate all the unfamiliar faces there, turning them into victims of the hollow, an easy feat for the Ravenlock family. So, the one who killed innocents was my father, not me.
You knew what choice an extremist like him would make, and you used the chaos to once again attempt an assassination. This time you succeeded. You killed your own father at the cost of innocent lives. Admit it, Hugo. You don't care about anyone else. The only thing you care about is your revenge. How is that any different from your father?
Enough. I'm tired. I may hate him for betraying me, but he wouldn't say something like that.
What?
You aren't Lycaon. You're the other me, hidden deep within my heart.
It's like some Shang Tsung stuff going on here. Hugo takes a deep breath and slowly opens his eyes. Lycaon is gone, and in his place is that familiar figure. Without a doubt, he is still within an illusion.
I've been waiting for you, my dear.
It seems you've already grown accustomed to this place, even turning the tables on me.
Just as you said, you are me, and I am you. There's no such thing as having an advantage over oneself. We are ultimately one and the same, forever inseparable.
Then you should know what I want to say. When you and Lycaon split, you didn't even try to clear up the misunderstanding, didn't deny or argue against what he said. Because you realized that deep down, he was right about you. You just hadn't acted on it yet. Some people live only to bring more suffering into this world. Sometimes, murder is what brings justice back into this world.
For that, I must stain these hands in blood.
That's right. Just like what you said before you faked your death. Were those words really just an act? To slay the dragon, you must first become one with sharp claws, rending fangs, and strength enough to destroy anything. You know the truth better than anyone. If you hadn't hesitated and instead seized the first opportunity to kill your father, none of what followed would have happened. Innocent civilians wouldn't have died. Your partner wouldn't have lost an eye and both legs trying to save people. And Mockingbird would have never gotten to that point. You can save more people. Save good people. Save more lives than the evil ones you take.
I've spent countless hours in regret over that incident.
So why not submit to your true nature? You want to be the judge, jury, and executioner of this world. And you can.
I wasn't responsible for Father's death. The true mastermind is my uncle, Hartman. His schemes to kill the head of the family were all so he could take control. Mockingbird was simply unlucky enough to get caught up in it. So, for a behemoth like the Ravenlock family, with its roots so deep, a single person's death, regardless of who that person is, wouldn't change anything. Of course, whether it's Tops, the Mayflower family, or even the entire world, it's actually all the same. I refuse to be dragged down by pointless hatred any longer.
You foolish, stubborn idiot. Do you understand the power of hatred? Have we not come this far precisely because of it?
And how'd that work out?
Or are you going to follow Lycaon and Jack's twisted logic? Come on. You don't actually trust anyone?
Not even you, apparently.
Otherwise, why would you hide this whole scheme of faking your death from them? You've built an impenetrable wall around your heart, keeping everyone out. Of course you are right to do so. No one in this world can be trusted. Always. All you'll receive is hatred from your own blood and no love. Suspicion from your companions, and betrayal that comes all too easily. But the most ridiculous thing is that you want them to trust you. You stay silent and long for them to notice your suffering. You yearn for your companion's understanding and trust. Idiot. That's why you are incapable of exploiting them for your own ends. You care about their safety even more than your own. But remember, only the weak need companions. And we are children born from hatred. We are different from them. I will never be like them, and I don't need to be. Come, let me show you what powers we can wield.
But you are me. And I'll never lose to myself.
Alrighty, looks like we're gonna be moving on. Here we go. Looks like we're gonna battle against ourselves. Character intro, Hugo. When an X special attack or ultimate hits a stunned enemy, the totalize effect is triggered. This effect increases the skill's damage multiplier based on the enemy's remaining stun duration at the moment of the activation. After triggering totalize, the enemy will immediately recover from stun, and a certain amount of days will be inflicted based on the remaining days.
Think about all the injustice you've suffered. If you choose to forgive, you're betraying yourself. You know that.
Letting you consume me would be the real betrayal to myself.
You're just afraid to admit it. Beg for mercy. Trying to run, are we? Beg for mercy. You're too scared to face your true self and what you truly desire. Beg for mercy. I have you now. Give up. Beg for mercy. Trying to run, are we? Beg for... Are you trying to kill me? You think you can just get rid of me? Without me, you are nothing.
For what it's worth, thank you. Don't be afraid. You and I are inseparable. You're part of me, just as I am part of you.
Fancy words won't change anything.
Like you be doing?
No. It's not just platitudes. I finally understand now. Some pain only fades when it's seen, when it's accepted. So I won't fight you anymore. I won't hate myself anymore. Weakness, hatred, malice, strength, forgiveness, justice. They're all part of me. All of this makes me who I am. That's why I won't get rid of you. And I won't resent you. I choose to embrace you.
Finally, it's time to meet up with Lycaon.
Hugo, it's time. Hugo, you...
Did I scare you? I made it through. I won. No praise for me, my dearest partner.
Oh boy.
This is just like what I saw in my dream. I guess there are still some lingering side effects.
Well, never would want to go through that. Not at all.
Ah, my former partner. You're still as punctual as ever.
Are you sure you're fully recovered?
How about we fight? And I'll show you how recovered I am.
I refuse to fight someone who is in need of medical attention.
Lycaon falls silent for a moment and eventually hands over a coin. No. Looking at the packaging, it's not a coin, but a familiar chocolate.
How thoughtful. I'm touched. Or perhaps is this simply part of Victoria Housekeeping's professional care?
I'd rather you not starve to death.
Hugo takes the coin. After a moment of silence, he eventually eats it.
Not to your liking. I'm fairly certain this is the same kind as before.
No. I've just gone too long without food. It feels a bit uncomfortable. Either way, thank you.
Now tell me, what exactly happened in the warehouse?
Just going a bit crazy from... you know what? Were you expecting anything else? But I did have a very long dream. A dream about many things from the past. If I had to put it into words, it would be like giving myself psychological therapy. You seem like you could benefit from some too. How about it? Want to book a session with me? Trust me, I'm a pro.
Seems you really have recovered.
Well, of course. I'm feeling pretty great right now. Like I could argue with you all day on every petty detail of who exactly was in the wrong back then.
I wanted to ask, what you said about Mockingbird before, when you faked your death, was that part of the act?
You mean the part about how Mockingbird has never really changed anything or saved anyone? I didn't expect you to still be so hung up on this. Interesting. After all, it was you who chose to betray Mockingbird. To betray me.
Just as I said before, I never considered Mockingbird a failure. Perhaps Mockingbird deviated from its origins, but it has its value. You shouldn't reject the things you've done. Or Mockingbird.
I have contemplated this before. Yes. Mockingbird has helped some people and has genuinely managed to cause trouble for those who abuse their positions of power for evil. Yet those in high positions still possess immense resources, and the people we helped remain destitute and suffering, willing to become slaves to those in power for scraps. But just as you said, even if what we did was childishly idealistic and flawed, as little as we actually achieved, even the slightest change is by no means meaningless. Nothing holds more value to me than Mockingbird.
Hugo stares out. at the ocean. A gentle breeze lifts his golden locks. The sunlight glances off both his eyes.
All right, let's catch up later. I still have things to do and need to wrap up my plan.
Okie dokie, sir.
I thought you would rest up first.
As much as I would prefer that. My dear uncle and the Exaltist fanatics likely would not give me such an opportunity. If all has gone to plan, the fish will have taken the bait already. And if everything goes very well, I'll soon have solid evidence of the Ravenlock family's crimes.
Sounds like he's got a plan to take them all down. And you know what? That's fine. Because these folks do really need a reality check.
Well then, thank you for your assistance, former partner. Let's part ways here.
I'll go with you.
Lycaon, surely you don't think that because I just recovered, I'm too weak to deal with those useless fools.
Hartman's actions will disturb the safety of New Eridu. As I serve the mayor, I should intervene.
Very well, whatever. Let's go. And don't slow me down.
Before that, don't you have something to tell me? What do you mean? Do not play coy with me. I know you're not spilling your whole plan. So you kick things off by approaching Edmund from the top's big shots. How'd you manage to get sweet talk and get to them? I am a bit of an illegitimate child, but I still have that Ravenlock family blood running through my veins. Funny enough, this Edmund guy thinks direct lineage is way more noble than the side branches, which is absolutely bogus and laughable. So I played his arrogance to my advantage. And let's be real, I had some juicy intel to swap with those high rollers. But that's Mockingbird's secret, so I cannot let any outsiders in on it. Was the sacrifice core from the mayor's lab your handiwork too? You could say that. The security there is no joke, so I had to leverage Tops for some extra intel. After all, as you know, they've got plenty of moles planted next to your mayor. And it was you who threw the sacrifice core up for auction to lure in the Exaltist. You knew they'd be all over it. Yes, I embedded the sacrifice core right into the robe of heroes. They actually matched pretty nicely, don't you think? Classic you. I heard that after the auction they found a stash of counterfeit Denny's. Feel free to take wild guesses, but honestly, I think those Denny's would rather be out in the wild than sitting in those hoity-toity accounts. Then you found Hartman and talked to him. You talked him into a partnership, getting your hands on more intel on the sacrifice and the Exaltist. After that, you shot that crime warning letter to the mayor, giving the city a legitimate reason to spring into action. Yes, indeed. That was spot on. Look at you, a real genius over here. In the end, you faked your own death to pull yourself out of the mess. And you used the whole show to redirect everyone's attention to Hartman and the Ravenlocks, keeping the Exaltists on their toes. 1 second here. If that's all there is, why did you let Hartman slip away and let you slip the drug? I mean, you'd have a way to dodge that kind of thing. Lycaon, I've got something I've been keeping under wraps. Actually, I've teamed up with your beloved mayor. When it comes to stopping the Exaltist, the mayor and I are on the same wavelength. so we can totally collaborate. What you should be wondering is why he did not clue you in on this. Oh. The mayor must have his own reasons. If you can convince yourself of that, more power to you. Just know, if you ever want to swing back to Mockingbird, you can come and beg. I'll make sure to turn you down gracefully. Alright, enough chit-chat. We got bigger fish to fry. I tell you, it's never a dull moment with those two, I tell you. Never a dull moment. Alright. Now what do we got?
I'm sure you've heard about the missing workers from companies under the Ravenlock family, too. I know where they are.
Is that right?
Those are Ravenlock's men. The workers with them are the victims who were tricked into going into the Hollow.
Come on, let's get them out of here.
Unite the workers. Thank the heavens on high, someone's here to save us. Much appreciated. No thing to it at all. So, could you tell us what those Ravenlock bozos did to you before they ran off? They're a bunch of liars. They deceived us. They tricked us into the Hollow. They said they had a job with high pay for us, but they kept avoiding the topic after we got here. Something didn't seem right, so I wanted to leave. But then they showed their true colors. They tied us all up and told us they were gonna ship us off somewhere, as if they were just gonna make us disappear. They did not make you take any weird medication, did they? Medication? No, but it wasn't just us they tricked. Another group went that way. I see. Here, take this carrot. There's an exit nearby. You should get out of here as soon as possible and get medical attention. Can't thank you enough, but for now, I'm out. Let's go, Hugo. We gotta save the rest of these folk. Of course he's eager, Hugo.
Bunch of nobodies. Annoying as hell. Kill them!
You're welcome to try.
Hey, come.
What? Can't handle it? Allow me to reap your soul. Scram before I get angry.
In position.
More workers here. And
you untie the workers. Who are you? Your saviors. No, the people who are just good Samaritans. Much appreciated. I had a bad feeling about that group from the start. I should not have ignored my gut instinct. Did those Ravenlocks do anything? Yeah. Well, we weren't doing as we were told, so they tied us up. Nothing else? Good. Alrighty. There was another batch of workers ahead of us. They should be on the roof, or by the roof. Not to worry, we will handle it. Get out of here. Let's continue.
Is Hartman behind this, too?
of course. He threw them into the Hollow like offerings for the Exaltists. To him, those workers are just another resource, no different from the ether his company...
There's more over there. Let's hurry.
It's different this time. Don't rush in. Let's listen in on what they're saying first. I still need more direct evidence to ensure the plan is absolutely foolproof.
The compensation you promised. It's all real, right? All we have to do is follow you into the hollow for some simple tasks, and you'll give us a huge sum of dennies. It sounds real suspicious.
Shut your trap. You keep yapping and asking questions. If this is all so suspicious, why were you so eager to sign up for it?
Because I don't have a choice. My daughter was previously caught in the hollow disaster and suffered severe corruption. The treatment costs have completely drained our family's savings. So that's why...
It's the same for me. A serious illness at a senior age. I need the money.
Who would risk taking a job like this unless they were desperate? I'll do it. No matter how suspicious. As long as I can get paid, I'll do anything. Even risk my life.
Wait, you people from the Ravenlock family, you're part of a big company in Tops. You wouldn't go back on your word, right?
Don't worry, you'll get every denny you were promised. But before we start, you all need to take this medicine first.
The fierce man pulls out a bunch of white pills and gives one to each worker. Another Ravenlock family member seems a bit doubtful and leans in to whisper.
Bro, should we really be doing this already?
These workers keep talking. We're wasting time like this. And the sooner they take it, the sooner it'll be over. Consider it an early release for them.
What? You didn't say anything about having to take pills before. Look, this is good stuff, all right? It'll increase your ether aptitude. There's tons of people who'd kill for something like this.
Exactly! You'll be working in the hollow for several hours. This is essential medication. You have to take it before we continue. If you refuse, then you can forget about the job. Of course, you won't receive the compensation either.
Lycaon, what are you doing?
Rescuing those workers, of course. There's clearly something off about those pills. We can't let them take them.
Now is not the right time. As I said, we need more evidence to ensure the plan works.
And as I said many years ago, you can't exploit innocence to achieve your goal.
So that's how you see it.
If that's not what you want me to think, then explain everything to me.
All right. It's a little complicated, but simply put, these workers will be fine. Of course, it's your choice to trust me or not. But if you try to rush in, I will stop you.
I trust you.
Meanwhile, the workers have also made their decision. Except for the talkative worker, most of them already swallowed the pills. That's when the arrogant Ravenlock family member finally reviews his true nature, saying, "You think I'd let you run?" while forcibly shoveling the pill into the worker's mouth. After clearly capturing everything, Hugo lets out a sigh of relief.
All right. That's the evidence. Now we can go and beat them into the ground as much as you want.
Don't forget, you owe me an explanation. Also, don't overdo it and kill them, even if they're the worst of the Ravenlock family.
All right, Your Holiness, Saint Lycaon.
Who the hell are you?
Your worst nightmare.
Why don't you take a guess?
We're the ones here to stop you.
Can't remember the last time we worked this well as a team. Your legs? How are they feeling?
I'm fine.
To be honest, I think I prefer the way you used to fight. You had a lot more aggression.
I've merely learned to control my strength. When I need to be aggressive, I will be.
The two defeat the Ravenlock family members.
Ah, damn it. Who the hell are you? How dare you mess with the Ravenlock family?
Go sit down somewhere.
Ravenlock. Savor the name while you can, for it will soon cease to exist.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means exactly what I said. I think this might be good for you. Sever your ties while you can. You still have a chance to walk your own path.
The family's honor comes above all else.
Is that really what you think? I saw the compassion on your face just now. You're not from the main family, right? That's why you were assigned to these trivial tasks. But in reality, there's no need for you to keep playing this boring game for them.
I don't have a choice. From the moment I was born into the Ravenlock family,
You always have a choice, if you're willing to act. All right, let's end the small talk here.
Hugo delivers a swift chop to the back of the necks of the Ravenlock family members.
Don't worry, Lycaon. I didn't hit them too hard, just enough to keep them quiet.
How's that? My acting's pretty good, right?
As always, a certain someone should take some lessons from you. I'll leave the rest to you then.
Okie dokie.
The workers carry the Ravenlock family members away, and now only Lycaon and Hugo remain.
Okay, now can you tell me exactly what's going on here?
As you can see, that worker just now was actually an informant of mine. The pills were swapped out with vitamin tablets. Outside of this batch, some workers have already taken the actual substance Hartman has. But rest assured, the antidote for it is already in development. I found the best in the field to help, and with the data I collected before, we should have results soon.
Very nice.
I wanted to ask. The reason you decided to lock yourself in a room and endure the effects of the drug, besides getting evidence, it was also to collect data on this drug in order to create an antidote, correct?
It seems you're not completely beyond hope.
I thought you were just being stubborn.
Sometimes I wonder if you know me at all.
Then, I have one last question. Why did you never tell me any of this back then?
The truth is, I heard everything. That entire conversation between you and Jack. Before he passed away in that small attic. When Jack called you aside and gave you those warnings.
When he told me you might go down the wrong path?
That's right.
You never said anything.
What would I even do? Scream and rage over your suspicions, or get on my knees and beg for you to trust me? You know there's no way I'd allow myself to do such a thing. Besides, back then, even I was confused about myself.
Jack, he...
It's all in the past. You don't need to explain anything to me. Enough. We should get going. If we're going to reminisce over the past, we should find a more suitable location.
After leaving the hollow, the two arrive at a place with a nice scenery.
Lycaon, that incident back then, I didn't do it. It was a scheme Hartman devised to take over the family. It was Hartman who killed my father, too. I only discovered the truth long after the fact. I did indeed attack my father, and I thought he was dead. But he wasn't. I couldn't kill him. And even before that, if I hadn't hesitated, none of what followed would have happened. Even now, I still think they deserve death. But I no longer care to personally deliver that fate. They're beneath me. And I have more important things to do.
You?
I know we may never agree on that point, Lycaon. I once wanted to fight against those ugly truths that defined me, but I discovered that the more I rejected them, the more painful it became. So, I could only accept that crazed, hateful, and malicious side of myself. As long as I know I will never become like my father, like Hartman, that is enough for me.
You've changed, but I think that might be a good thing.
Don't patronize me. You've changed a lot too, compared to before. I still disagree with Jack's words, and I won't forgive your betrayal. I will walk the path I believe is right, even if I must tread over thorns and through the mud. But I will also allow you to walk your own path, Lycaon.
Should I say thank you?
You're welcome. Come to think of it, we haven't talked about your legs and eye.
It was just an accident, not your fault. I'm doing well now. I hope you are too. On the contrary, perhaps I should be the one apologizing. I misjudged you. I used to think you wanted power, that everything you did was for your own ambitions. I thought you wanted the power to pass judgment on all in this world like a god.
I am a god. I am my own god. Or you could say that in this world, everyone is their own god. There are many things that we are powerless to change. But there are also many choices we can make. Just as I said before, I am the only one who can kill me or save me.
I'm glad you think that way.
Let's go. I still have one last thing to do. To witness the end of Ravenlock.
Back in the present. As Hugo recounts the process of gathering evidence, Hartman, unable to listen any longer, slams the table in anger.
You really think you can take my place if I die? Never, you filthy bastard! Your little tricks mean nothing. As long as the Ravenlock family stands, I can still get back on my feet.
You still don't get it, do you? This was never about avenging my father. And I don't care about taking your place. I didn't come this far just to kill you. That'd be pathetic. Right on cue. Why don't you take a look at this, Uncle?
On behalf of TOPS, I'd like to clarify that we had no involvement in the Ravenlock family's actions. TOPS is officially terminating all partnerships with the Ravenlock family, effective immediately. We will have no further affiliation with them.
Are you crazy? What the hell do you get out of ruining the Ravenlocks? You want to be a petty thief forever?
Thief? Oh, Uncle. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm the name people whisper about. The one who robs the rich and gives to the poor. I'm the master con artist who can fool anyone, anytime. I'm the leader of Mockingbird. The one who turns every headline into my own stage.
So he says.
I have friends who'd catch me if I fall, partners who'd shed tears for me, and allies who always have my back. I am Hugo Vlad. You're the one who needs the Ravenlock name. I never did.
You ungrateful bastard! You should have never been born.
Apparently you shouldn't have been either.
You flatter me. Same goes for you, Uncle.
You leave the Ravenlock mansion on Hugo's speedboat. After reaching Port Elpis, you all wait for Lycaon to arrive.
You've done well, Vivian.
You had better give me an explanation.
Oh boy, this is probably going to take another 2 hours.
And here I thought this would be a touching reunion. What's with all the anger?
You did raise a blade to Phaethon.
Hugo, I'm a member of Mockingbird too, and I mourned your death.
Listen, Vivian. I don't want you or the people you cherish to get caught up in danger because of me. I've always been selfish, so I don't hesitate to use you all as variables in my plans. But it is because I am selfish that I also don't want my failures to affect my treasured companions. In any case, if you were in the same position, would you not make the same decisions? Lycaon's taking care of everything outside. We should go. Also, Wise, thank you. And I'm sorry for the whole act where I threatened you. It was the only way for Hartman to drop his guard against you and leave you be. I, Hugo Vlad, am forever indebted to you.
Can we get another payment for renting all the tapes? With Lycaon's assistance, you successfully leave the Ravenlock family manor and return to the video store.
Master Proxy, although it is late, there is some important intel that I must give you now.
And ready? What do you got?
Did you know about Hugo's plan to fake his death and everything that's been happening, Lycaon?
I was simply playing along. After all, I could not determine whether Hugo's plan would pose a threat to you. You are a student of the mayor's late friend, and I am obligated to protect you.
You still have that habit of finding awkward excuses when you're embarrassed.
Mr. Hugo Vlad, if you have any important intelligence to share, please do so with haste.
You two sure are, close.
For the sake of a certain old fossil's sleep schedule, I'll keep it brief. I learned from Camille that Dina intends to embed the sacrifice core into the sacrifice. Apparently, it will make the sacrifice much stronger. Sacrifices created this way will not retain their minds and will indiscriminately attack all living beings, including their creator. So the Exaltists don't do this. It would bring them no benefit. But Dina's concoction can control people's minds. If a person takes the pill and is injected with the serum Landon left behind, the sacrifice would be under its creator's control. Although the dormant sacrifice has been destroyed, Dina found a batch of that serum her father created and wants to create new sacrifices.
Putting aside the sacrifice for now, Hartman's sacrifice core is fake. We don't know where the real one disappeared to.
The real core has always been here.
I figured as much.
Here? In Lord Phaethon's video store?
Vivian, do you remember when I suggested you give that collectible to our dear Proxy?
Well, how about that?
I remember. But that was just an ordinary pendant. And I've
Was
met
it?
the person who submitted it. She has absolutely no connection to the Exaltists.
How about our dear Proxy take out that pendant so we can take a look?
After finding the pendant sent by Vivian, Hugo takes it and gently presses a hidden clasp. The pendant clicks open from the middle, inside the sacrifice core. Well, how about that?
I'll take your surprised expressions as a compliment for my little trick. I will hand over this core to the mayor as agreed. Since he fulfilled his promise to protect Vivian and the manager while I was pretending to be dead, I won't go back on my promises.
No wonder the mayor would promote rhetoric favorable to Mockingbird. I can't believe I thought he was actually being sincere.
Since we have the sacrifice core, all we have to do now is stop Dina from using innocent people to make more sacrifices.
Yes, and we need to destroy the last batch of Landon's serum.
Hopefully with no options left, Dina will give up her obsession.
All right, that's the important stuff. I'm going to go and confirm where Landon's serum's been stashed. I'll contact you again once I have something.
What's wrong, Lycaon? Weren't you in a rush to get back and rest? You act like you're gonna turn into a werewolf after midnight or something. How you feeling now? Relax. I'm not kicking a bucket just yet. But you look a bit more run down than before. Just getting over something nasty, that's all. Risking your neck like that was not exactly smart. Maybe you should have. Lycaon, remember what I said back when I faked my disappearance. For a permanent and absolute victory, we must endure the pain of cutting away rotten flesh and persevere through the darkest hour before dawn. Not wrong, sure, but it was arrogant enough. Instead of playing the Messiah and picking who lives or even perishes, I'd rather just do what I can do. Because at the end of the day, a person can only shape their own destiny. Nothing more. You've really come a long way. Well, I appreciate the compliment. Hugo, you've got a lot of explaining to do. No more secrets. I'll lay it all out. Promises to you, Vivian. After a little chat, Lycaon, Hugo, and Vivian say their goodbye and take off. Back in your room, you drift off to sleep. Nice and cuddly sleep. Wise! Hugo sent a message earlier. There's new progress on the sacrifice situation. They found a large batch of unused sacrifice serum. He wants us to be their guide. He, Vivian, and Lycaon will be heading into the Hollow with us to destroy the serum. And I'll use the HDD system this time to head in with you. When you're ready, just give me a shout, Wise. Remember to bring Eos with you. Alright, we'll wait a moment. We will wait a moment to get ourselves prepared. Enjoying the track known as Freedom. Because having freedom is nice. Very nice. And look at Wise himself. But anyways, also, we're gonna cut it here. Alright? Because we had a good run of things and now it's time to take a break from all this cringe. Even I gotta take a break from my own cringe. I tell you, even I cringe myself at times, but you know what? It's all in the good work of entertainment of myself. If that makes any sense. Anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and cut it here, and so thank you for watching. Hopefully you got a good set of cringe and a good bit of entertainment. If you want to watch a little bit more because your cringe muscles or your face muscles have not cringed enough just yet, you can check out my primary outlet being my YouTube channel. Got some VA roleplays on there, visual novel playthroughs, gaming playthroughs. This one's going to be on there as soon as I get all of the stuff cropped up and everything. Also tech tutorials of a variety of things. Check those out. And also the life lesson series covering both anime and movies, extracting the lessons that we can learn from the characters to help ourselves to advance in our own discipline and be better people, one day at a time. I'm currently working on the script for another movie, extracting the lessons for that, and why not? I'll go ahead and say it. I'm working on the movie, The Matrix. So it's quite a few lessons, so it's probably gonna be in 2 videos for this one. But I'm working on the first part of it, so bear with me as I go forth into it along with other life obligations. And I'll get it to you as soon as I can, and I will let you know when it's available. And I'll give you progress reports as well. Where will those progress reports be? One of them will definitely be on my Twitter. Twitter.com or X.com, one or the other, / just substitute the terminology accordingly for the URL thereof. But if you want links to any of my outlets, including getting onto my Discord, because that's also where I do a lot of interactive updates on there as well, you can check out my Discord as well. So once again, thank you for watching, and until next time, happy mixing, everyone. Have a good weekend. Stay safe.